Major League Gaming Call of Duty Pro League.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MLG Pro League. I am, of course, Benson. Envious coming into Season 3 Finals with that 6th seed. They had the record of 6-5. The roster, Octane, Aqua, Looney, and JCap. You look at it on paper, it is fantastic. Aqua and Octane added to Team Envious after X Games when a trade for TP and Saints came through. So you put all these components together, I really think you do have a very powerful Envious team. One of the more up-and-coming teams from Season 3 has been Isolation. The roster, of course, consisting of Dido, Havoc, Silly, and Llama God. They finished regular season 6-5. They were the winner of the Call of Duty Season 3 relegation tournament. So they came into the regular Season 3 with a lot to prove. Super excited to see what we get from Isolation.
Oh my God!
Talking about Optic Nation, the squad now consisting of Embers, Ricky, Miracles, and Mochilla. Throughout Advanced Warfare, they have vastly underperformed. They, of course, failed to make it to Season 1 and Season 2 finals. This is going to be their first playoffs that they've attended all year long. Crazy to think about, I know, but I think this is where we're really going to see a turnaround.
You don't typically see him leading the way, but there's two to line up for Ricky as well. That's going to be his second three-piece in this game.
All complete veterans of Call of Duty. You know this squad has talent. It's just a question of, will they bring it at Season 3 Finals? Talking about Elevate now, this is a squad which a lot of you guys are going to be very, very familiar with. You've got Slack, Classic, TJ, and Saints. They finished 9-2 for the season. This squad is fantastic. Nice mix of veterans and youth, and you put that together and you really can have a very, very powerful squad.
Now, an Enable charging out is spotted, tagged up in Classic. Can he get there in time? Yes, he does.
Best young player on this squad, in my honest opinion, it's got to be TJ. Super excited to see what the young gun is going to do at Season 3 Finals. Talking about FaZe Clan now, they go 7-4 in the regular season. The squad, of course, consisting of Enable, Clayster, Zuma, and Attach. They traded Hook and Slasher for Clayster and Attach from Denial, and that was the turning point. They beat up to get UMG Dallas and also Gfinity to really gain some momentum. And that big part of the momentum really has been how Clayster and Zuma have been playing together as a duo. Phenomenal. Arguably right now the best assault rifle SMG combo in the game.
Play is stuck. Putting down some shots on Aqua. He's able to pick up the kill.
The question though, can FaZe continue beating Optic Gaming for the rest of Advanced Warfare? Let's talk about Optic Gaming. This roster consists of Scumpy, Formal, Crimsix, and Karma. It is a powerhouse squad. They played against FaZe in the grand finals of both Gfinity and UMG Dallas, and they have lost. As a whole, this squad is so talented, coming into the Season 3 finals as reigning Season 1 and Season 2 champions.
And you can see Karma not going to be going for the challenge. Weeks is just pre-firing. Karma pulls out the knife. He's going to be running at him. Not going to get the kill.
No.
Well, maybe
No.
he gets the kill.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Welcome back to Championship Sunday. I am Maven, joined by Benson and Mr. X. Boys, we've got an incredible day 3 lined up here. Matt, what are your thoughts going into this first matchup?
I think this one could go either way. I think if FaZe comes out and they play hot, I think they make it to the finals. I think that's really kind of what you're looking. I think they're the story of the day, the first 2 matches at least. I think, you know, here Clay says he agrees.
Clay
I mean, it's great to know that he agrees with that.
Incredible.
Good analysis, Clay.
It depends how they look the first 2 maps, though.
Okay.
That's kind of what I'll look at. Like, you know they're going to play good in Search. It's like the respawn. If they drop it to Elevate to start things off, you kind of know they're going to be shaky throughout the entire day. And I think because it's such a long day, you know, they have to win 4 best-of-7s, you're just going to run out of gas eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a long loser bracket run on a Saturday. You can only go so far.
Well, Ben, thoughts? Matchup, big one to start.
Completely agree with what Matt said. You know, that map number 1 for me is the most important. I think S&D, FaZe have completely under the bag. They don't need to worry about that map 2. It's been pretty much the story throughout all of Season 3 finals. It's just how hard are they going to come out in Hardpoint? Because so far, haven't really seen anything which has impressed me. You know, they played solo Hardpoint the other day, and it was kind of like, oh yeah, you know, this is one of FaZe's historically very good maps.
Absolutely.
And they came out and got absolutely trounced on it.
All right, well, this is going to be an amazing matchup for sure. We actually do have a key player matchup for you to bring up here. Zuma going up against Saints. Matt, tell me a little bit about these guys.
I mean, Zuma is going to be extremely aggressive throughout the entire game, one of the better submachine gun players in AW. And then Saints is, you know, the most consistent player in Call of Duty. I mean, when have you really seen him have a bad event?
It's true. He always shows up. His brain turns off. He just goes in. He's a killing machine. But break down those numbers a little bit for me, Den.
I mean, you know, the respawn KD is exactly the same from both these two players. You kind of know what you're going to get. Uplink caps, you know, favor Zoomer a little bit there with a 2.25 as opposed to Saints 1.67. Then when it gets to S&D, that's the big difference between both these two players for me. Yeah. Zoomer is just, he excels at search and destroy more so than Saints does. And, you know, as a key player matchup, you have to kind of look at it and say, well, I'd go with Zoomer.
All right, well, this is the big thing for me. Obviously, best of 7, the big change, you're going to have 3 S&Ds.
Yes.
2 Hardpoints are going to be big FaZe struggles. But for you guys, I mean, Ben, we'll start with you, but why do you take FaZe so much in these S&Ds? Because if that's how you really feel, I mean, this series is theirs in my eyes.
It should be. But then it goes back to the original point of they can't afford to go to that Game 7. If they go to a Game 7 early on, they're simply going to run out of steam. We actually have the maps for you guys as well at home just so you can kind of see exactly what's going to be played out. Map number 1 is going to be a solo hardpoint. So I talked about that earlier on.
That's a FaZe map.
It's a FaZe map.
It usually is a FaZe map.
There you go.
It hasn't been this weekend, right?
That's the key. They haven't looked as dominant as they have. Yeah. Their AR presence has been very, very strong, but their SMG presence on that map specifically.
Thankfully, we're getting an update. It's retreat actually for game 1. That changes things entirely. Do you think that's an
worse? Probably, right? I mean, the 2 ones you wouldn't want if you're elevator retreat and solar.
Well, what Clayster are we going to get, Matt? Are we going to get the Clayster comes out and drops 60 on retreat?
It's interesting because the FaZe team, when they were winning, you know, the back-to-back, it seemed like even if Clay was having a bad game, they were still winning them. Now they seem a little bit more like Denial was, where if Clay doesn't really go off and have a massive game, they lose these respawns. So you're really looking, I mean, a lot of pressure's on Clay today.
I mean, I feel like if there's one player who can handle that, it's going to be Clay.
Especially on Sunday, right?
That's exactly the point. He loves Championship Sunday. He turns up on Championship Sunday. So he goes from retreat to a Skyrise search and destroy. Skyrise has been very interesting for me. Obviously, we've talked about DLC and how a lot of players haven't played it.
If you're Elevate, that's a good draw on that one.
Well, really? You would say so?
It's a DLC map. It's a newer map.
What's funny about this, though, is you said the little time they spent. Matt and I, when we first came in, what did we see FaZe doing? They had 3 of their guys basically lined up just trying to find kind of sneaky spots, sneaky angles, snipes on Skyrise. So they were just spending about 30 minutes trying to find them. Because, again, it is a newer map. They haven't spent a ton of time on it. But going then forward here, how are you guys feeling about Biolab?
I mean, I feel like Biolab is one of those kind of 50-50 maps, right? It really could go either way. And I don't want to take anything away from Elevate because they've had a very good tournament and they've obviously been, you know, beating a lot of top teams. So I think realistically, when you look at map number 3, I think that's one that I'll look at Elevate to try and pick up.
Yeah, you'd rather, if you're Elevate, get some of those more 50-50 maps, right? Like Biolab, you know, Skyrise, like a Parliament Uplink. I don't know if that's in the series, but if that's in here, I think that could be one that they can take advantage of as well.
All right, well, next will be Detroit Hardpoint. Ben, you've said multiple times, FaZe have been struggling in the Hardpoint. Retreat, got to think that favors them. What are your thoughts about Detroit?
I immediately go back to Elevate on Detroit. I think, you know, Saints, that's where you're going to really see him come out and really start to dominate. And the rest of the guys over at Elevate, they're going to be very, very good on that map. TJ, look for him to have a solid game, not necessarily in terms of his KD, but just in terms of the sheer amount of gunning.
Look out for Classic, too.
Yeah,
I feel like
we never really mention him.
I feel like with multiple different teams, he always kind of like sneaks into the top 4. Like he's always playing on Sunday, and you don't really mention him as much. But I mean, to be on these teams consistently, he's got to be pretty good, right?
Fun fact though about Elevate: instead of warming up this morning, what did you find them doing?
Yeah,
they're practicing Uplink, bro.
And it's TJ and Classic playing basketball.
Well, hoops this morning?
Like, you guys going to warm up? They were like, no, basketball, and then Starbucks.
Yeah, ball is life. They'll be looking strong in the Uplinks. But we are hearing the match is ready to get started. About to kick it off here. It sounds like we're all kind of looking towards FaZe, but Elevate has the chance. We will be starting with Retreat Hardpoint. Chance, Courage, take it away, boys.
Game number 1 about to be underway in this loser's bracket matchup. The loser obviously going home, Chance. On Retreat Hardpoint, what are going to be your keys to victory for either of these squads?
Keys to victory, definitely going to be those assault rifle engagements. Excuse me. So definitely, Clayster's going to be the player that you're looking at, of course. We've seen him start off slow, especially in the hard points in the past, especially this week. So if he can show up and even right off the bat get hot, that is going to be huge for FaZe.
Well, so I'm going to point out 4 ARs off the start for Elevate. That'll definitely give them those long-range gun engagements, as you mentioned, as FaZe is running 2 submachine guns. Classic trying to break inside this hard point. He challenges Zuma in that red head glitch. Clayster now in the hill. He's able to pick up 1, kills going in favor of Faze.
Yeah, Faze right off the bat looking extremely good. Clayster going to be looking for the third as well. Classic, though, going to be there to shut him down. And you can see right now Faze in full control of the hill, more or less. Attached, going to be pushing out those spawns, though, trying to cut off towels. That's not going to be the case. Saints is going to be able to take him down. Saints, another player that if he's able to get hot, going to be huge for the team. But, of course, this first hill going to be a little bit scrappy going back and forth. It's all about those rotations over to Turtle.
You can see Elevate trying to flood 3 players through towels. It winds up working, but Zuma is there to clean up the rest of the Elevate squad. They're going to begin the rotation towards the Statue Hill, and I'll give a shout out to Faze there. Typically, the team that has the more ARs just has more map control, especially on that courtyard hardpoint. They had 2 extra ARs over Faze, the boys of Elevate, and they just weren't able to get it done. Faze clan on the rotation already. Zuma looking hot. He's on a 4 streak. Enable's on a 4 streak of his own. Make it 5. Ian heating up.
Yeah, Enable still has not died a single time. Of course, he's got players coming over from Gold Jump Wall to deal with, and as we say that, it is going to be TJ Halley able to take him down. TJ going to be able to pick up 2 in the hill as well. You can see a clean 4 down for Elevate, looking strong to get themselves back in this game.
Chance, we had the opportunity to cast Elevate a lot yesterday. What was impressing you about the squad? Why were they able to win 3 straight matches to rally and get the opportunity to play on Championship Sunday?
It was literally just the only games that they were losing. There was some player on their team that was not performing, but anytime all 4 were doing playing their A game, they were incredibly well. Of course, you know, we talked about their strong uplink game in the past.
DJ.
Actually, they were struggling a little bit. They had games in the bag, and they were making simple mistakes, missing 1-point throws, missing dunks as well, and kind of tossing those away. But that, to me, has been the biggest talking point for Elevate. It's not that they're getting beat, it's that they're beating themselves. So if they can turn it around, obviously that's going to be huge. And here they do have the lead, but of course, Faze in lobby with that early control, going to be able to take it back.
Well, 44-41 in favor of Faze. The spawns from the back cave and the big rock coming in for either squad. These next few gunfights are going to be absolutely crucial in regards to who controls the hill. The spawn still coming in. Clayster now inside the hard point. He continues to pre-stun the cave area. 1 comes into challenge. TJ falls. Saints trades the kill. So back and forth and even are these 2 squads. Chance, great to see on the start of this Championship Sunday.
Yeah, without a doubt, you can even start to hear the intensity. I can hear Faze from all the way up top.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, and, you know, they were doing a fantastic job on this lobby hill. Elevate, though, going to be able to break through, but as soon as they break through, you see Enable was able to pick up 2. Clayster and Attach are going to be right behind him, but Enable, to me, has been like the key for Faze at the start of this match. Started off 5-0, looking fantastic, even getting control of the hill. Now is 11-7, and you see the AR players for Faze not scared to get in those hills at all.
Really, no player having a terrible start to this game. Yes, you can argue maybe Attach could begin to perform a little bit better. Let's hop on board with him. Currently 7-11. He's going to try to control a jungle spawn for his team. And look at the kill feed right now. It's all in favor of Faze. It's red on your screen. Yes, there was a team kill. Enable inside this hard point with the AR. Look at how aggressive the ARs of Faze are playing. They continue to just get the objective. It's a reason why they're now up by 45 seconds.
Yeah, and that is bad news for Elevate. Faze pretty much gave up that rotation. All 4 players for Elevate were down by a bar, and it took Faze a matter of, 10 seconds where they were able to completely break through. Now, of course, it's a little bit back and forth. You can see Elevate does have those slightly favored spawns, and they're picking up the kills, but nonetheless, Faze is getting back in quickly. Of course, Classic, though, he was able to pick up 2. Elevate going to be poised to get the final 10 seconds.
Love this decision from Faze. 10 seconds remaining. They spawn all the way at the opposite side of the map near the cave spawn. Instead of trying to push for that hard point, they send Enable all the way back towards Statue. He's going to be the first to try to break into this next hard point for Faze. We'll see if he's going to be able to get it done.
Elevate, though, trying to make sure that they can get, like a full 60 seconds would be ideal. But then, of course, we saw last time around Faze, they're able to break through in such a quick amount of time. Zuma and Attach working together in tandem, breaking through, and of course, having Clayster in the back pocket, not going to be too hard either. And you can see Faze taking full advantage, nearly to the point where they have doubled the score of Elevate.
Slacked, trying to do all he can for his team. Attach, staying alive inside the hard point. As of right now, it does look like the slaying is going in favor of Faze. They've begun to heat up a combined 11 kill streak from Clayster, Zuma, and Attach. Right now, Elevate needs to begin to win their gun battles. That's what you mentioned prior to this game, Chance. And also, the #1 thing they need to do is shut down Clayster. He's now 21-14, by far leading the game in slaying.
Yeah, and think about that stat line he has right now. 21-14, the most engagements in the lobby by far, and he's killing everything. That means he's hanging back and picking up the kills, and you can see attached. Yes, he's at the bottom of the scoreboard, but the fewest engagements in the lobby. He's been sitting in the hill. There just isn't anything for him to do because of how well Faze is out slaying Elevate, not allowing them to set foot inside. Of course, now on this middle hill, you do see it is going to be Classic trying to rally act to get themselves back in the game. But again, we've seen Faze break through time and time again. That's 3 down in their favor. Saints can be the last one up, is able to pick up 2, but of course, Faze still in control of the hill.
You heard Matt when we were doing the pregame show say Saints is the type of player who might be one of the most consistent, if not the most consistent, in all of Call of Duty. Right now, 16-16 with 6 caps to his name. He's going to be my player that needs to begin to just destroy every member of Faze on the second half of this game. It's still a 50-plus second difference. Faze pulling away in this game number 1. They do not want to go into Skyrise SND down a game.
You can see, though, Elevate does have the good spawn. They're spawning over by Turtle, so they're going to have 3 down protecting that. Faze, though, was able to get the scrap time, but nonetheless, a 62-point game coming in this hill. Elevate, they don't have to get a full 60, but they would definitely, appreciate being able to get at least 45 here just to get themselves back into this and chisel away at the lead that Faze has.
Something to point out is that Faze so far this weekend has played 3 matches. Elevate has played 4. If either of these teams makes a loser's bracket run and wants to even have a chance at winning the championship, they have to win 4 best-of-7 series. That would be 1 more than Faze has played in the last 2 days, and that's equal to what Elevate's played. That's a long marathon of games. Could even be 28 different individual games they can play if each match goes to Game 7.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a long haul for one of these squads, but of course we saw Elevate. They had the early control right off the bat. They needed at least a 30-45 second gap to start working themselves back in. And again, Faze able to break through in such a short amount of time. Attached, by the way, started off a little bit slow. He's on a 6 streak now, and this is another instance where Faze, as a team, collectively goes on an 11 streak, just completely dominating Elevate on retreat hardpoint.
Elevate did not even get close to breaking that hill after Faze secured it. Right now, they are going to need to get inside this rock area, lock it down, and really get all 60 seconds if they want a chance at coming back into this one. Taking a look at the scoreboard right now, every single member of Faze outside of Attach is positive. They're all holding their own. A great team effort from both of these squads. It just seems like Faze is doing a better job of chaining together kills, getting the cutoffs they need, and rotating and breaking the hard point when that's their goal.
Elevate, though, on this hill has been winning the fight in lobby. Of course, you see the cave spawn coming in from Faze, and well, Zoom is going to change everything by himself. Of course, Elevate finally has the edge. Comes inside, gets 3, and again, an incredibly aggressive player, and he does it so well. Elevate, though, able to counter right back. They get a clean 4 down. Now you can see Classic trying to lock down the back of the map as well, and Faze not able to get inside. The scrap time going to be going in favor of Elevate.
What was a 100-second lead is now down to just about 70. Still a massive order if they want to come back into this one. Clayster trying to watch the top dub stairs. He gets cut down. 4 players of Elevate pushing from that bottom jungle area. Would love to see them have someone flank courtyard, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that. They're just going to try to muscle through. Slack is able to break in. Now he needs to lock this down. Watch out for the grenades. He does not have a trophy system, so if Faze can just toss in some frags, it should be a pretty easy kill. Getting a little bit over-eager as he jumps on top of that top bar wall. He gets cut down. Saints there to answer. So back and forth and scrappy is this bottom dirt hardpoint.
And you see the flank is coming as well. I believe that was Zuma. Of course, Zuma always going to be on the flank for Faze, trying to cause problems. Elevate, though, for the most part on this hill, has been able to retain control, but nonetheless, Faze has done a fantastic job of at least contesting. So, yeah, a minute difference, only a minute and 5 seconds left. Faze, unless they just completely choke on the last hill, Elevate's not going to be able to make the comeback.
Yeah, and that's what it's looking like right now. Classic doing all he can with that AR. Look at the captures right now of Faze. 9, 10, 6, 7. Everyone getting in the hill. You've seen Clayster do it. He was doing it time and time again on that middle hard point and courtyard. Enable, also with that assault rifle, not scared to get up close and personal. By capturing this top attic hard point, Faze Clan will win game number 1 in this loser's bracket matchup. But that's kind of expected, right? You heard all the analysts say coming into this one, We think FaZe is going to win it. We definitely see that going in their favor. But map 2 will be a Skyrise SND, and that one for me is just a big question mark.
Yeah, you never really know how practiced these teams are going to be on these new DLC maps. And, even if you're Elevate, again, if it's kind of expected that you're not going to be able to win or retreat Hardpoint against kind of the juggernaut it is FaZe, you say, okay, we got our warm-up game in. We're just going to take it to map number 2, forget everything that happened and moved on. But if you are FaZe, Clayster able to get the 40 bomb, everyone on the team performing. Again, the only player negative was Attach, and even then, 12 caps, he did his job at the absolute best. FaZe coming out hot, looking pretty good.
You mentioned that, Chance. How practiced are these teams for the DLC maps? We'll see coming into this next one. It's kind of funny. Whenever there's a match about to go down, pro players will either be in the firing range or will be playing an FFA. This weekend, I've seen players tossing on Parliament Uplink and trying to figure out where you can toss it exactly from. I saw Optic kind of have to figure out what some of the callouts are on that map after a rough, close Parliament Uplink. Going into Skyrise, we saw FaZe just prior to this match spending 20+ minutes practicing the different spots they can go to, trying to see where their nades will land when they use them off spawn. Which team will come out on top in game number 2? We'll find out after this quick commercial break.
Welcome back, Season 3 Finals. I am Batman on a bad day. I'm casting with Courage, whose voice sounds impeccable, and we have an impeccable series as well.
Oh, absolutely. Something to point out from game number 1 that I don't think either of us touched upon. Clayster dropping 41 and 32, a 1.28 KD, 6 captures and 1 defend. You heard Maven, Mr. X, and Benson all mentioning which Clayster is going to show up today. Well, it's the one that dominates in the Hardpoint game mode. They're a big reason why FaZe is up 1-0, heading into Skyrise, Search, and Destroy. Chance, predictions for this map. What do you think we're going to see? Do you think we're going to see a lot of snipers pulled out, or do you think we're going to see kind of all-out aggression from FaZe utilizing the underground area and that outskirts of the map?
I think we're going to see passive offensive play, and I think we're going to see each team utilizing at least one sniper. Now, Clayster, if he was able to get the 40 bomb, maybe he has a bit of a hot hand, he'll pull that out, and he can just, be dominant with it. He can control an entire map and just lock down, either bomb site just by himself. TJ Halley, another guy that I'm going to be looking at to see if he's pulling it out.
Well, I hopped immediately on board with Attach. He doesn't have one hand, neither does Clayster. Classic. Swapping over teams. We should be good to start this up. There's a look at Slacked. He's got that Morse in hand. Don't know if Classic is going to spawn in. Nope, they're going to have to do a quick reset on this one. So we'll get that one started back up for you all. But kind of looking into this, Chance, we've seen this weekend and a big thing that we've always seen in Advanced Warfare. How worth it is it to have that Moors on? Obviously, Clayster, Attach, both very strong with it. TJ utilized it a lot as well. When, in your eyes, is it time to just put away the sniper? Is it all in regards to stats, or is it if your team needs more of an AR presence on the map?
See, here's the thing. It's only worth it if you're getting the kills with it. Because if you are, you can lock down, again, the entire map, and that just incites fear into the other team's heart. Yeah. So it can be just terrifying to go up against, and you have to completely change your play style when someone on the other team is playing fantastic. So if it's not working out with the sniper, if you're only getting like one first blood every other round, and then you're just dying because of it, you're going to need to switch away and just kind of go back to that. And it looked like FaZe actually off the bat was kicking it with 4 pals. Yeah. So they just might be going for, instead of locking down with a sniper, just have complete map control at all times, playing passively.
Kind of make the Elevate team hit their shots if they're going to pull one out. Slacked had one on momentarily. We'll see if he winds up doing that off the reset. Really, with Skyrise SND, it's a map that a lot of people have been talking about. I think when this DLC came out, everyone's like, Skyrise has to be in. We love it. Great for Modern Warfare 2, obviously the remake of High Rise. After it's been played now for a couple months, a lot of people doubting if it's an overall good S&D map in this game, because it seems like everything explodes, and it seems like during the middle of rounds, players just don't know where to look. Obviously, High Rise, when that map came out in Modern Warfare 2, no jetpacks, no boosting, no dashing. Now in AW, you can kind of get to spots quicker than you would ever think. Back in Modern Warfare 2, teams still adjusting to that. We'll see if that winds up coming to hurt either of these squads in this game number 2.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to think about what you can do. If you can jetpack across the map, you can literally flank across the entire thing underground in just a matter of 15, 20 seconds. So a lot of the time, we see the strategies coming out for the teams where they have their snipers sitting on top of their second story. After 15, 20 seconds, they just turn right around and wait for someone to come on the flank. So that's another reason why you see a lot of passive play. Now, we talk about passivity. Zuma's on FaZe. He's definitely going to be pressing the action.
Flazed, as Maven says.
As Flazed, you got to call him what you want to call him. But again, that's a player, if they're going 4 battles and trying to slow down, I feel like he's just going to be twitchy. Like, he can only keep himself contained before long. He's kind of like Nadeshot. He's a peacock. You just got to let him fly, especially in Search and Destroy.
All right, well, Chance, thank you so much for that image in my head. Going into game number 2, everyone seems to be on the right teams this time, and okay, this is something a little bit strange. We'll hop into the game as soon as possible. You can see Attach with that thermal Moors, Zuma with a Moors of his own. On the other side of things, we see only one sniper at the moment. Let's hop on board with Zuma, see how he can get it done with this sniper.
Yeah, and you see a missed shot right there. But, of course, that's one of those shots that you go for. Maybe, that's the one back in the old Modern Warfare 2 days, people getting triple glads. Ridiculous stuff right there. But either way, you can see the strategies coming out. Already on offense, TJ Halley aggressively pushing Enable, able to get that first blood.
Zuma trying to stay alive top office. Hasn't spotted a player as of yet. Did see Slacked in the back of the map, but good positioning from him. He's going to wind up getting away. Clayster trying to drop some nades inside that back office building. He's going to stay alive in this power position up top, but Slacked takes down Zuma. It's a 4-on-2 in favor of Elevate.
And look how far Attach and Clayster are from each other on complete opposite sides of the map. So they can just get singled out. Already Attach is going to get dropped. That's going to leave Clayster in a 1v4.
Clayster, no Slack is near him. Trying to stay alive. Shots are coming in from 2 players of Elevate. They're going to chase him down. 1-0 lead, a flawless round from Elevate. They're now on the board. Great way to stop the momentum of FaZe. And right there, I mean, how often do you see Zuma pull out the Moors and play passively? Wasn't able to get it done in the middle of the map. Slacked, on the other hand, cut him down right away. He was mainly the guy who had eyes on everything, right? He saw the players underground. He saw kind of how the plays were developing. Once Zuma dies there, the defense of FaZe really just crumbled. We'll see if they're able to get it done on offense this time around. Zuma still has that Moors with a hit marker on Classic. Oh, that's frustrating to say the least.
Yeah, devastating off the bat, of course. Getting that first blood, ever important to have happen. And, of course, here's what we talked about earlier. Passive play on offense. Enable right now with that bomb. Started to work that A site. Classic getting some shots down. He's just going to have to back away. And you can see all 4 players from FaZe right now turtled up.
Yeah, playing very passively. You kind of mentioned this as the game was going in. You knew what to expect from FaZe. They're doing that right here. Haven't even gotten across that helipad area. Shot coming in from Zuma, not connecting with that bullet as of yet. Obviously, that hit marker earlier on from Classic. He's healed back up. Classic looks like the player who's going to make the first move. We'll see if he's able to spot Zuma right by this blue hut. Picks up 1 kill. Also sees hit. Enable on the helipad stairs. He gets out alive, but the flank coming in. That's Clayster with that Atlas 45 with advanced rifling. Nice kill from him. He'll swap and pick up that Bal. Has the Moors in his back pocket.
Either way, though, only 30 seconds left for Faze to start making moves and get this bomb down. It's going to be, really tough for them to make the situation because you can see Elevate, they have a lot of mid-map control. They have control of B and able to make moves, trying to get shots down on Slack with that sniper rifle, but TJ is going to be there for the trade.
That was a high-risk play. He knew what he was getting himself into. He had to make a play happen with only 15 seconds left. It's going to be up to Faze to plant this bomb. Clayster in another 1v2 situation. One player behind him, not going to make it happen. Elevate up 2-0. A nice hold from them. Classic got that round started by picking off Zuma. And that's where you got to begin to question Chance. This is exactly what we talked about. Do you want to see Zuma now put the sniper away in this next round?
Honestly, at this point, you might have to, just because Clayster is the only person on Faze with any sort of kills at all. It's about as worse as my voice is getting right now. But nonetheless, we talked a lot about how good Faze was at SND. They are struggling right off the bat against Elevate.
Okay, well now let's look at Zuma. He's got that ASM1 overclock in hand. Clayster's actually switched over to the Moors. On the other side of things, though, Classic going to be leading the charge towards Helipad. You can see Clayster at the top office building, and now Clay rips his head right off. TJ challenging on that top window area. It's a 3v3 attached with another kill in his favor. They know TJ's somewhere here on this backside of the map, but look all the way across from him is Zuma trying to play sneaky like always.
Yeah, and of course, this is a situation we saw earlier in the first round, except now it's Elevate, where TJ and Slack are on opposite sides of the map. In the position Slack is in, even if he gets a kill, he's right next to basically a bomb, and now he's left in a 1 versus 3 situation.
A nice shot from Enable to pick up that kill. Zuma sneaks up upon Slack. That's a 2-to-1 scenario now. Faze on the board, and it worked out in their favor. You got Zuma pushed up. Here's the final kill cam from him, exactly how you expect him to play it. Slack had no idea he was there. And another thing to point out, Attach, Enable, and Zuma all get their first kills of the game. That's the Faze clan you want to see.
And how is Zuma even able to flank when there's a guy on top third? He still finds a way just to make it happen.
He just rushed right out of that top glass window and immediately caught them off guard. Heads up play from him. Going to be up to Elevate now to win the defensive side of things. We'll see if this game gets a little bit streaky in regards to who wins rounds. Nice nades coming out of Attach. Will they connect with TJ? It doesn't appear so. First blood going down on Zuma. And this is something we saw yesterday. I believe it was in that Epsilon SND game where Faze wound up losing. Also, Zuma got first blooded so many times, very uncharacteristic of him. Typically, it's him doing that to the opposing squad. Right now, the numbers are even. Clayster continuing to make it happen for his team. Another snipe in his favor. He's still sitting in the back of the map. He does know TJ is in that top office area, not going to be able to pick up the kill.
And we see more passive play on offense coming out of Faze outside of Zuma, but it's kind of a 50-50. You roll the dice. If he gets the kill, that's huge for your team. If not, you pay the price. Of course, Clayster getting the pick, evens the odds, and now Enable able to get a kill as well. Going to be huge. They get the bomb down. The passive play worked out for them. They were able to pick Elevate off 1 by 1, but now they have to convert.
Well, it's a 2v3. TJ trying to stay alive, shooting that top 3 canister. That's not going to make it happen. By himself, he needs to defuse. Yes, he's leading his team in score, but that's not going to help him here. He's being hunted down by these Faze players. He has been heard by the likes of Clayster, putting some shots in, and he just jumped off the map. I mean, I know it's a tough scenario, right? But give yourself a chance. He just kind of suicides there to his death.
Yep, and now you're going to see Enable for the final kill cam, to the surprise of many. Just getting that nice, easy kill off Saints right after getting that bomb plane. But again, tough situation TJ was in. Even right off the bat, shooting that bomb, he's going to get picked off. They know exactly where he is. Not enough time. Too difficult. But of course, the question is, can Clayster consistently get these picks with the sniper rifle?
Well, we're going to watch him off the start. This was a move he was practicing prior to the game starting up, the jump on top of this outside crane. It worked in his favor that time around. We'll see if he's able to catch Elevate off guard. Right now, Classic has no idea, and Clay strikes first blood again. Almost hits the shot on Slack. Look at the confidence coming out of Clayster. We mentioned it prior to the series starting up. He continues to show up on Championship Sunday. He led his team in game number 1. He's doing it again here in Search and Destroy. A 2v3 again, Elevate with the number disadvantage. Beautiful shots from Saints.
Yeah, Saints making it an even 2 versus 2. Of course, they have to get that bomb as well. Saints working himself over to it in Slack, as we've seen every single time on this top third story with his sniper.
With the sniper, Clayster doing all he can to stay alive. He's got that Atlas in hand. He winds up falling. Elevate able to take that round. Nice shot coming in from Slack. And you got to wonder, obviously Zuma already killed Slack on that top third. When will they begin to just focus on it a little bit more? Clayster had that Moors. He had no idea he was there. Zuma getting taken down from behind. A nice round win from Saints and Slack to clutch a 2v3.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised at all, though, if Slack begins to switch away from the sniper. Because, again, Glazer right now is being dominant with it, more or less. I mean, dominant might be a bit of a stretch at 6 and 4, but he's causing enough problems for Elevate. You see multiple times they're sending 2 or 3 people underground just so they can avoid that situation. But then all 4 just, tease him,
let's
go
talk about
right
that really
front.
quick. Glazer just spotted all 4 players. He knows exactly where they're at. We'll see how that adjusts the playstyle of FaZe right now. Enable with that bomb across the map. TJ in middle helipad. He's just going to try to stay alive for his squad. Zuma in underground. Who's this player watching the push through? It's Attach. Classic being the challenge. Attach getting first blood. Nicely done by him. They did not spot Zuma. In the bottom of the map there, with that COD vision, you can see just how close TJ was to seeing the back of Zuma. It's a 4v3, but the last time FaZe got the number advantage, Elevate were able to clutch up. That was done by Saints and Slack, and both those players are still alive. TJ leading his team in score. He's really the player that's going to be the difference maker of this round for me. Going to catch the opponents off guard, flanking all the way behind them. Here on the A-bomb site, the bomb is beginning to be planted.
TJ, though, in a perfect position to at least kill 1 player, although it looks like he's going to walk right past, and that's not going to be good. Get shot in the back, Glazer, with another pick.
Attach getting his second of the round as well. One more challenge coming in. Slack drops him up close with that more city spot enable in the elevator room. Getting shot by Glazer across the map. Shot coming in. Gonna miss that one as well. Everyone's looking for him. Slack picks up 2. Don't do it anymore, Josiah. That would have been absolutely nuts if he got that 1v4. But FaZe is able to get that number advantage to close out the round. You can see a sigh of relief as Zuma shoots Slack in the back and picks up that kill.
Yeah, and it's a situation, again, we talked about whether or not he is going to switch away from that sniper. Now, shot is on point. He's looking pretty good with it, but again, if you're left in those situations, that is not the gun you want to have. And Elevate, obviously, it's tied up at 3-3, but I think they need to start mixing it up a little bit because Glazer still on point, even he's getting picks with the pistol.
Well, I want to take a look at Slack. He's still got that Moors in hand. We'll see if he's able to spot Enable across the map. See, now he's going to call out. Nobody crossed onto the helipad side, and it looks like that's going to mean a green light for aggression from Elevate. Clayster, well, your strategy's been spotted. TJ cuts him down right away. Who's on the flank? It's Zuma trying to take down Slack.
My God,
but no,
Slack.
he hits the shot from up top, saving his teammate. It's now a 1v4. Slack continuing to make it happen. He's trying to run away as Enable, doing all he can to stay alive. He's in that underground spot. Slack is just going to chase him down. We'll see if he gets the better of Enable here. Chasing it in, spots him, cooks that nade. Enable, he has no idea where he can go with this one.
There really is nowhere that you can go. The bomb's getting planted by Saints as well. Tough situation for Enable to be in. I apologize for even saying that Slack should switch away from that sniper because he is clearly on point with it. Ooh. Stick with that the whole game. Enable, though, might be able to get a second. Gonna get cut down at the very end. Again, tough situation to be in. He made it interesting for a moment. It's just not going to be enough. And Elevate gonna take the lead 4 rounds to 3.
I see a lot of FaZe jerseys in the crowd, but every single time Elevate takes a round, there's a nice round of applause for them. Slack currently sitting at 6 and 4. You can see he continues to get in that power position on top of the roof, gets his teammates map vision, and when he's hitting shots from range like that, you gotta keep the Moors in his hands. FaZe back on the offensive side of things. Clayster still with that Moors. He hasn't decided to switch off of it as of yet. Spots Classic in that kitchen area, not gonna be able to pick up a kill.
Also, no players pushing up too aggressively for Elevate. All 4 turtled up in their base. Again, they are scared of the sniper rifle of Glazer, as one would expect.
Okay, something just exploded. Enable getting caught off guard by that one. There is that red canister in the underground area. That's what just took down Clay there. Number advantage to Elevate. They're trying to go up 5-3. What a massive momentum swing that would be in this game number 2.
And Glazer knows where at least 2 players are. Was able to see TJ Halley jumping. Saw Slack go up to the second story. So FaZe has a decent bit of information, but still, because Enable fell, going to be a tough spot to work out. They basically need Glazer to get at least 1 pick to even the odds. And if Slack just peeks around that corner, Glazer's going to rip his head off. He's going to get a hit marker on his shoulder. If you shoot him in the foot, I understand, but that is just tragic for FaZe. That would have been a huge kill to even up the odds.
Apparently, the rail gun to the upper body doesn't make it happen. Clayster gotta be frustrated after that one. Did it buy enough time, though, for the bomb to get planted. They're able to even the numbers back out. Number advantage actually in their favor. Classic challenging Zuma. He cuts him down with ease. It's a 2v2. Clayster still has that Moors in hand. He's trying to get on the top 3rd area. Shots coming from helipad. He's trying to stay alive. Another explosion right behind him. He's able to get out just in time. Now a 2v2. He's still being spotted, still narrowly getting away. Clayster doing all he can. He baits himself out. He stays alive. Classic in the 1v2. He's got to get the defuse as well.
Yeah, and Clayster just being able to stay alive right there, pretty much won them the round.
What a round from Clayster.
By that
he
time,
gets up, he gets hyped. Played that one absolutely flawlessly. You could see the second shots were coming in. He didn't try to lay down and stay alive. From that top roof area, he ran because as he dropped down, you heard the explosion with the canister right behind him. Heads up play, a momentum swing in FaZe's favor instead of them being one round away from getting tied up to 1-1. They're now all evened out in this SND game.
And credit to Attach as well for being there in support of his teammate, just to make sure to protect him and save his life, or at the very least get the trade. But again, huge round. But now we see, again, the passivity is Zuma not playing aggressively, not like we've seen him in the past. All four players turtled up in their base.
I like this play from FaZe, because in round number 1, Elevate caught them completely off guard, sending 3 players underground. They say, hey, maybe they'll do something similar here after that frustrating defensive round loss. They send 2 players down, Enable and Zuma. They don't spot anyone as of yet, though. Still a 4v4, the push near the helipad coming in. Zuma has that Moors back in hand. He's able to strike first blood for FaZe.
And again, this is just going to cause problems for Elevate. You know, they're in a situation where now they're on offense. Now they're going to have to turtle up. They got to worry about so many snipers on the map. And these are players that are hitting their shots at the moment. So that's going to be tough to do, of course. They don't even have the bomb in hand anymore. Only 37 seconds to work with. This is looking like a very good round for FaZe to take away.
They have a Bal, they have a Moors, and they have a sub. There goes their Moors player, Enable staying alive with that Dolphin dive. It's now a 1v3. Saints trying to do all he can. He gets cut down. FaZe take the round advantage. They're now 1 round away from going up 2-0. And basically what just happened there was Saints had a sub, Slacked had the Moors, and you saw the player trapped underground with the Bal. It was really up to Slacked to try to cut down Clayster and Zuma in the top office windows. Zuma got the better of Slacked there, making it a 2v4, and from then on, the round was over. Elevate back on defense. What would you like to see them do here, Chance?
Elevate, they're going to have to do something aggressive, frankly. They're getting picked off one by one when they're on their heels. You can see Glazer even spotting out players knowing exactly where they are. So Elevate getting right at the moment. Now you see Classic pushing up aggressively on defense towards the A side, gets that first blood, shuts Zuma down. Saints going to follow him up as well. Huge comeback for Elevate, but they have to make sure that they convert because Glazer and Enable are on fire.
Another hit marker coming in from Clayster. That is not going to make him happy again. He's going to have some choice words with some people about that one. Moors needing to be buffed. He gets cut down, and that will make it 5-5. We're going to around 11.
Of course.
The aggression from Elevate paying off there. Classic led the charge. He picked up 3 that round. Love how Elevate continues to prioritize that top roof area. They had 2 players up there at the end of that round, spotting down like hawks on where the final FaZe player was. In round 11, it's going to be Elevate on offense, FaZe on defense. We'll see who has the Moors. They're setting the 2 more setup. Will Slack be able to get it done? No, he's swapping over to the Ballad, doing a 4-man rush towards B.
Elevate again, taking the aggression to it. They already have control of the B side. Clayster, though, able to spot a few players, but he's got a sniper and able to rip TJ's head off right there, and Slack's going to kill himself. FaZe just got handed this round by Slack, and of course, Clayster's been on fire the entire time, but the 2v4 has to come in. This is a horrible, horrible situation for Elevate to be in.
Clayster remembered from what was round number 1 when TJ rushed right across the map, got into that top office building and shot him in the back. Once he saw that 4 players were pushing towards B, he dropped down, pre-aimed that jump in area and picked him off. Slacked, getting blown up by one of those, well, exploding canisters. Saints try to make this an even round, and that's going to happen in FaZe's favor. Play getting hyped yet again. Here's Zuma in your final kill cam with the Moors double jumping in the air, hitting the shot, showing why he's in FaZe with that sniper. A heartbreaking loss for Elevate. They now find themselves down 2-0. Now heading into Biolab Uplink, a must-win map, as we go back into Hardpoint next after that one.
Yeah, and this is really scary for Elevate because, again, we talked a little bit about it earlier. They've been throwing maps away and handing them to other teams, predominantly in Uplink, but now even in S&D, they're making simple, costly mistakes. You can never afford to kill yourself when you're talking in S&D, and we saw it happen twice. Yeah. Earlier when TJ was in a 1v3, I mean, it was a tough situation to begin with, but again, simple mistakes jumping off the map, and then in a round 11, having a player blow himself up instead of evening up the odds. Now, got to give credit where credit is due. Clayster obviously had a phenomenal performance with a sniper rifle pretty much the entire game. Yeah. Zuma also putting in a bit of work with it as well. So obviously it's a tough road for Elevate, but they just made it so much more difficult on themselves, and that's scary.
Yeah, FaZe now up 2-0. So many times in that game where Elevate really should have clutched up around, and it just didn't go in their favor. Clayster 10-6, a 1.67 KD, leading his team yet again to a Game 2 victory. So far, he's been dominant on this championship Sunday. He wants a go at Optic Gaming in the grand finals. Don't go anywhere when we come back. Biolab Uplink. We are back for this losers bracket matchup on your championship Sunday. Courage joined by, well, what was Chance in the booth. Now it's Benson. Ben,
we had to make
your voice sounds a little bit better.
We had to make a tactical substitution. Massive shout out to Chance, though. He's been casting phenomenally all weekend long. He was cast this game. Trooper came out, did too, and he was like, my voice is done.
Every time he stopped talking, he would put on his cough button, turn his head, start coughing.
I need to rub like Germ-X or something on the mic, make sure I don't get sick.
We'll make sure he stays healthy. That's why we subbed him out.
He needs to go back to the hotel, have a little nap. And
drink some tea, drink some honey.
Someone get Chance some tea, man. Someone get him some tea.
Ben,
I see Puckett sat down. He should definitely go get Chance some tea.
Oh, absolutely. I just looked down to my right at the player warm-up station.
Yes.
Remy and Royalty from Epsilon have entered the building. They're getting ready to face the winner of this losers bracket matchup. Right now, it's FaZe up 2-0. Heading into Biolab Uplink, Ben, what do you want to see from the boys of Elevate to kind of turn things in their favor?
Elevate have had a pretty rough Uplink tournament so far. They've been ahead and thrown away a couple of games thus far. And honestly, I think a 4-0 is actually so important for FaZe. If they can get this 4-0, it kind of speeds through that losers bracket a little quick. Yep. It's really going to be crucial. Otherwise, by the time you get to that grand final, if of course they make it that far, they have to go through Epsilon. That's not going to be an easy task by any means. But if they were to do so, they need a little bit of energy left in them.
Oh, absolutely. And off the start, TJ getting in that power position with the Bal. He's going to get the better of Enable. He'll begin to run this drone, but right now, the one player he's got as a lead blocker is Slack. He's on the flank, but Attach hits him with the beatdown. The second kill coming in from Zuma. Attach should have an opportunity for a one-point play if he can get there quickly to beat Classic to the punch. It does appear so. He's going for the 1-point toss. He'll whiff that one completely. Okay.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. That should have been a 1-0 lead there for Faze. And Attach played that one smart, saw Classic in the distance, and decided to just kind of play it slow, wait for his team support.
I don't know about you, Ben, but does it feel like there's been more misses this weekend in Uplink? I mean, yes, we're playing DLC. We've seen some missed on Parliament, but even from teams that have been playing these maps for months on end.
I mean, a lot of players have been kind of messing around with Black Ops 3, PlayStation 4. You know, they've been playing a lot of Destiny. You see a lot of pro players kind of streaming that too. So, you know, it's basic fundamentals. You kind of think of it as kind of like riding a bike.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, sometimes you are going to miss. I mean, you see it in professional sports as well, but I feel like this weekend you're completely right, Jack. We've seen a lot of missed 1-point throws, which really, when you look at the end result of games, would have changed them massively.
Oh, yes. Even the uplink yesterday on Biolab. Karma with that one from the green rails. Don't get me wrong, it's a tough throw, but when you're on one of the best teams in the world and one of the top pro players, you're fully expected to hit that 100% of the time.
It was really ironic because it was deja vu, you know, from going back to DC, where Formal passed it to Scump. He was top green rail and he hit the buzzer to win the game. And it's like, well, literally the exact same position. And unfortunately didn't go in. Attach, they're going to jump in a 2-point play. Falls off the map. Doesn't really matter, though. His teammates looking in a good position to maybe pick up a couple of small kills. Has one member of Faze who actually is going to fall. That was Zuma Enable. Meanwhile, he's just going to lock down bottom blue.
Really, right now, Faze doing a much better job of utilizing middle ice and also locking down that circle building. Enable picks up one. The body stack almost coming in. It was almost a free double kill in his favor. Spots the second player. That's Classic, trying to stay alive with that ASM-1. Not going to be able to get too much done here unless he just destroys Zuma, which he does. Clayster with the drone yet again. Yes, he's only 4 and 7, but he's already got 1 point to his name. He's got help from a lead blocker inside of blue, just trying to stay alive. And here's that example of controlling middle ice. He didn't have reinforcements. Just like that, he ran back in. Slack falling up the map again.
It doesn't go in. The drone doesn't go in. Enable's going to go down as well. Faze need to try and rally this, put that in. Zoomer is in a position to do so, but someone from Elevate's just going to pick that up and throw that one straight out. And Faze really missing a good opportunity to go 6 points to 0 in the lead there. Hopefully that doesn't come back and bite them in the ass.
Yeah, so far that's been 3 points they've missed out on in this game between the 1-point toss.
There's really no excuse for that either. They kind of just played that a little slower than they should have done. They really should have converted with that. TJ now with the drone beats down Zuma. That's 3 plays from Faze down momentarily. A couple plays coming off spawn. And TJ, he's a player who you kind of expect to sink, and he does. 1-point play for Elevate.
I mean, Ben, you've been a fan of TJ ever since we saw him there on Stunner at UMG Orlando. In your eyes, has he continued to improve, or was that really his peak so far this year?
I mean, I would say he's improved in other aspects of his game. I mean, Uplink is going to be that one game type where I think, you know,
it's going to be tough to better what he did there.
Fans kind of look at it and go, oh yeah, you remember that one play TJ made? Yeah, he's so good at Uplink.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, yeah, okay, he made a great play, but still his fundamentals have still improved massively as well.
Oh, absolutely. Well, right now, as we're talking about TJ, he goes in for another dunk. Beautiful movement. And just like that, Elevate has done such a better job of controlling that mid-bio area. You can see still keeping 2 players pushed up. Enable snuck through middle ice, but Classic doing a fantastic job of spotting him. If they can take down Enable, they'll be able to continue this aggression. It's all up to Enable, though, to stop this push from Elevate. He's able to pick up 1. He's now going to chase down the drone player, and he just destroys TJ with some flawless movement. Great stuff from him.
Yo, Classic actually got that drone out, though. That was actually really impressive from him. He managed to put that out. I don't think he was necessarily going for that 1-point throw. I think he was just trying to put some pressure on, had a couple of teammates. You can see everyone from Elevate and Condos is going to try and grab this.
To get to it.
Classic, can he get down? 2 seconds, 1 second. Nope, that drone should be resetting. And this actually leaves Elevate in a bit of a sticky situation because 3 players all overextended through red. And luckily for them, though, they do get a favorable spawn coming in from Classic.
Yeah, Classic is just going to hide himself here. Love this heads-up play. He doesn't have the AR. He's dead. He should be able to catch him off guard, but no, Zuma already expected at least 1 player to spawn up in blue. Heads-up play from him. Back to the aggression from Faze. Clayster, though, TJ continuing to shut down the drone carrier when they should have a relatively easy time pushing it forward.
16 seconds left of round 1. 4-3 still the score of Faze, but as you said, Jack, they should have maybe had another 3 points here. Zooming out with a drone, he's going to try and pass it, gets it, and a beautiful play comes in. 2 points, makes a 3-point game, 2 possession.
I thought he was going for that 1-point toss. He saw something better than I did, and that was Attach waiting there for the pass. At the half, it's 6-3 in favor of Faze Clan, and now, Ben, the question comes in. Is that a big enough lead? They were on the preferred side.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat as you.
Honestly, what I think may happen here is at the start of the second side, you're going to see Elevate come out pretty hot, maybe tie up the game. But then, you know, Chad's made a wonderful point about Elevate and Uplink, how they have kind of thrown away a couple of games to cement. So I wouldn't count anyone out. This next 5 minutes is going to be very interesting.
Another reminder, this score should very easily be 9-3 in favor of FaZe after those 3 missed points. Something to always keep in mind, Attach, his one job on this FaZe team, especially on the second half, is to get control of that middle ice area. It was one of FaZe's biggest weaknesses when they first became a team in this game mode. Right now, though, Attach doing a fantastic job of staying alive in blue. He's going to have one player challenging momentarily. Will he get the better of Slack? He doesn't. Nice kill from Slack to get control of blue first team.
Saints looking to pick up that barrel, and actually just go straight past the play. TJ, needs to be careful because the explosion barrels are going to go off, and does sink the 1-point play. Went up and under, connects with it. Now it's a 2-point game. And Jack, what I really want to do is I want to head to a Turtle Beach team chat with Team Elevate. They're 2 points down with 4 minutes, 10 seconds still to play in the game.
From purple, attach. From purple, attach right now. Attach is from purple.
Let's go, Teach.
No, he's blue.
One shot blue.
Yeah.
One shot blue. Blue window. Let's go, Teach. I'm pushing purple with you.
Clayster's in blue.
One's flanking dead. Flanker dead.
Push out. You guys got this kill. Gotta get this kill.
Back blue. Back blue's the bow.
You're looking for Clay. He's
stunned.
Back blue. He's stun again.
I'm pushing him.
I'm in blue.
I got EMP'd, guys.
Clay, dude.
I got EMP'd.
I got naded.
There's two here on me.
They might wrap. You gotta kill
From blue, one shot, attach.
They're gonna be
Top short, one shot. Top short, absolute.
He's dead.
3.
Nice, last guy top blue on me. Top blue. Zero, one shot. One shot. He's blue top.
One shot. Go. Yo, high bow control. I'm watching the OE.
Back blue battery.
I got it. Let's go.
Back blue battery.
Yeah, back blue battery. Two of them. Two
not
blue
they're not
battery.
blue
Two blue battery. There's two blue battery right now.
Keep pushing up. They might flank.
One shot.
I'm gonna look away.
Oh, got one on the point.
I got ball. Last guy. I got it. I'm going straight for a dunk. They couldn't be ice on me though. You want me to pass? Anyone want to pass?
No.
They wait.
I got him so nice. Go.
I'm pushing through orange. One hitting
Nice.
bow going snow. He's in purple.
Top purple. Clay. Top purple. Clay on ball.
He has a
Ball. Top purple.
Nice.
Purple.
He's on me.
He was top purple. He's gonna be behind you.
Hit one. Oh shit.
Behind is purple.
Flanking ice.
I didn't get it off.
One is
You
flanking purple.
can get a one.
One is flanking purple. You should just play your life.
I
we
spawned
spawn
orange.
green, yeah.
Oh, I couldn't get it off.
I don't know where they're gonna go.
Top
Short. One
Top
shot.
short EMP me.
Nice.
I mean, I'm so...
Front, top short, dude. Top short, enable.
One shot on ball. Absolute on ball. He's literally absolute on ball.
They're wrapping green.
Go quick.
I'm trying to get there as quick as I can.
I spawn out snow.
We're gonna push it out. Dead.
Win.
Top base. Ball's
Top three.
Ball's dead. He got it out.
One shot top orange.
He's orange.
Two top orange.
Bow,
Two top orange.
Nice, go win, Nick.
Nice,
Let's
one
go,
top
baby.
orange. Enable is orange.
Nice,
Nice,
let's go, boys. They're small back blue.
Jack, pretty much everything going as expected. 2 minutes left in the second side. Elevate have managed to bring themselves back to the game and develop a 2-point lead. It looked for a minute there as though FaZe were going to be able to wrap that drone though, but Elevate with some good defensive plays keep the 2-point lead.
The kills just continuing to go in Elevate's favor, but I think that was a big difference. When they got that rally of multiple dunks in a row, it looked like they just didn't die for what was 1 or 2 minutes. FaZe struggling even there from Zuma to pick up the kill. They've got 4 players up for Elevate. They're positioning themselves to grab this drone and have another chance for a score. TJ has been lights out all game long, 25 and 18, 6 points to his name.
I would
the MVP right now for Elevate.
Love to see Elevate just go for a 1-point play at this point. If they go for a 1-point play,
give themselves a little bit of a buffer.
Yeah, exactly. It means, it's a 2-possession game at that point. FaZe need to make something happen in this second side. They simply haven't been able to do that. They've had, one threat maybe, which Elevate were able to, comfortably kind of defend against. Now, though, FaZe going into the final 60 seconds, Jack, they need that 2-point play.
The reset will be coming in momentarily. Enable going to be pushed by 2 players, finds 1 kill on Saints. Slack trying to stay alive inside of purple, but the flank from Classic. And Ben, I mentioned it as this side started up, and FaZe has done such a poor job of watching their middle ice. The reinforcements keep streaming in. Classic continuing to catch them off guard. Oh, this is going to be another point in favor of Elevate, unless there's a fantastic pick from Enable, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's now going to be a pretty comfortable lead that we kind of talked about. Seeing them go for that 1-point play, really smart stuff from Elevate. Forces 2-possession game, 3-point lead, 30 seconds left.
Look at this. As FaZe wants to go try to grab the drone, Slack and Saints push through ice. Now they've got to keep, who's this watching their back? Enable has to, instead of trying to help push the drone, watch their back.
1 point
they're going, no, they're going for forward the drone to Zuma. Zuma is here. They have no idea Zuma's on the flank. He's going to be able to pick it up and dunk it in.
You need to see
15 seconds left.
You need to see that 1-point play come from top purple. It's such a difficult thing to do. Clayster was waiting for the drone, and he's not going to be able to get it. Slacked with a big win. 5 seconds left. you can chalk that one up to Team Elevate. It's not over yet. It's not going to be a simple 4-0 for FaZe. Elevate's going to make them work.
Yeah, big heads-up plays from Elevate. They spotted the weakness in FaZe, and they continued to just flood that middle ice area. Outside of Attach watching at the start of that game, it seemed like FaZe really never had control of their base. Classic made massive plays for Squad time and time again, but Ben, I think we can both agree TJ was flawless with that drone and didn't miss a shot. And to point out, in that first half, FaZe missed out on 3 points. That's the difference there between a win and a loss.
It really is.
Yep.
That 2-point play really was the sloppy one. There was no excuse really to kind of miss that, and also that 1-point play at the very beginning. You said, you need to keep track of it. The difference between winning and losing, Jack.
Absolutely. Well, game number 3 going over to Elevate. They're not going down without a fight. Our next map will be Detroit Hardpoint. That's one, in my eyes, that could really go either way. But you mentioned that that's one that probably favors Elevate.
I think you'll see Elevate come out and really excel, potentially tie up the series here.
Well,
This could be going all the way to Game 7, you know.
Elevate's got the momentum in their favor. They're going into a map that they should feel pretty darn confident on. Don't go anywhere. Game 4 after this quick commercial break. We are back at the MLG.TV arena in Columbus, Ohio. I don't even know why I pronounce it like that.
Ohio, Jack.
It's a little bit of a tough word,
I know where we are.
I know. I think it's my voice that's about to start going, too.
Oh, God.
We're keeping an eye on wherever Chance is in the venue.
Where's Mr. X?
Hopefully.
Maybe we get a tactical substitution. We're just going to start
happens time and time again. No. No, next matchup going to be Detroit Hardpoint. One for me that could really go either way. You're leaning more towards Elevate.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect. I mean, in that game 1, it was really Clayster who dominated the map.
This is the thing. The big thing in FaZe's Hardpoints this event has been their SMG players and their ARs haven't had that synergy that they've had the past couple of, well, I didn't take away DC, a couple of events prior to that. That was the big thing. The ARs and SMGs are working off each other so well. This event, it seems either the ARs are going off or the SMGs are going off. We haven't seen one of those moments where you've had, Clay and Zuma both simultaneously going off.
So synergy will be the key to victory here for FaZe in this game number 4. On the other side of things for me, it's going to be Saints. Step it up here for Squad, obviously. One of the strongest slayers in all of Call of Duty, not just for Advanced Warfare. He was the only player in Ghost to have a positive KD at every single LAN he attended. I'm going to hop on board with him off the start. He's got overclock and 2 stuns with that ASM-1 in hand, just like you'd expect.
Well, immediately, head over towards Garage and kind of made sure he had that favorable spawn to do this rush. Expecting someone from FaZe to be there, and he's going to see him any second now, and he should be able to pick up that first kill. Does so. That was Enable, and Elevate off to a pretty nice start, although it was FaZe who jumped in the hill off the beginning. But Saints really has to try and push into school. That's a big power position that he's going to want to try and hold on to here. Zuma missing a lot of bullets right there.
One of the awkward mantles you'll get in Advanced Warfare. Saints now going to be the only player up for Elevate trying to break this hard point. Classic now there to help. 2-1 start from him, 3-0 lead for Faze. Obviously a very back and forth hill. Faze, though, is one of the best in the game at when they get hot, especially on the second rotation. If they can get Clayster on top of this Atlas building with his AR, they'll be able to chain together some time. As I mentioned that, though, it's Classic filling that same role for his team. Saints able to get 15 seconds for a squad, and they're in control of the rotation momentarily, but Attach is there to shut down Slack.
And that was really big play from Faze. They kind of recognized they gave away a little bit of time on that first hard point. They just dedicated the resources to green, and now they had a very good setup, but in actual fact, it could be broken very quickly. Attach tries to dash off. Luckily, though, they still do have someone at the very back of the map. There's a big gunfight currently going on, and Slack is going to lose that. Enable just goes big for Faze, but Elevate still with that favorable spawn, though, Jack. Finally, he falls. Zuma's going to dash out. There's one. Looks for the second. Can't find it. Still, Faze in control of the hard point. Attach needs to go big, but Saints able to shut him down.
Man, Ben, I mentioned Saints prior to this game starting up. He needs to go off for Elevate to win this one. He's 9-3 right now, trying to stay alive inside the hard point. Heads up play to play his life, but Attach takes him down with a nice headshot. Attach another two-piece inside green. This is just a hill that he feels real comfortable on at the moment. Let's see if he tries to push out through closet, or will he wait to get the help from his teammates? It looks like he's going to do the latter.
Yeah, he needs to kind of push out here. You don't want to allow Elevate to keep getting that favorable spawn. You can kind of see on the minimap that they will do, but 5 seconds left doesn't really make any difference. They already have that rotation over towards the garage hard point. 39-29, the lead currently in favor of Team Faze.
TJ able to escape. He's going to play his life inside closet, picks up 1 kill on Zuma, knows there's a second on ramp. He picks him up as well. 6-9 on a 3 streak, had a 3-9 start. Good to see him starting to heat up for this Elevate lineup. The lead going to go back in favor of Elevate. Faze, though, coming in for the break. Oh, they just
got
done
completely
that perfectly.
overran. Yeah, there was really nothing you could expect him to do. He had a player to his left, 2 to his right, and 1 straight in front of him.
That was synergy right there, Ben. A perfect example of it from Faze.
Yeah, a fantastic break. How you want to break a hard point, just like that. And they're going to start picking up a little bit of time here. Now the question is, how long can they hold it on for? Clayster at the very back of the map picks up a 2-piece. That is nice play from him as well. Attach thinking about that spawn. And you can see his teammates actually spawning in directly behind him. They have that favorable spawn, and this is so big on this hard point. Everyone by now should know. You know, you hold down that back anchor position, you have the spawn to the next hill as well.
Oh, absolutely. One more break coming in from Enable. He's going to get the scrap time for Faze. That'll be another 12-second swing in their favor. It'll also put him at about a 39-second lead. Attach.
He is shooting missiles
right now.
Wow.
Almost gets the 3rd kill, a team kill coming out of Slack. Classic will be the player for Elevate, though, trying to push that flank and hold down the spawns at that back trailer area. Hasn't found a 2nd kill as of yet. TJ ready for Zuma.
Yeah, they need to just pick up a couple of kills and then go for that push, and that's the game plan. TJ with 2, and he's immediately going to try and push out, but it gets thwarted, and Faze still have that spawn, so they're going to continuously apply that pressure. Unfortunately, Elevate just not able to do that quick enough after picking up a couple of kills. Attached with 1, he's looking for 2, connects with 2, and Elevate's going to be in some trouble here because the flood is going to come in the hard point. Save's doing everything he can to stay alive. Big play from him. Finally falls Enable with the break. Classic immediately going for a break of his own.
That shows right there how crucial 2 pieces are when you can chain them together. Saints would have had 2 teammates if Attach got picked up. There's another example of it where Zuma finds 2. Classic's now all alone. He's going to try to go for a break. They're outnumbered. Faze get the scrap time again. And Ben, if you combine the garage scrap time and that yellow hardpoint scrap time, that's overall a 20+ second swing in Faze's favor. That's a difference maker at the end of a game.
It really is. Elevate had to rotate towards this next hardpoint, and immediately it's going to be broken. Attach is really starting to turn up now. 17-14 his score, and you have Clay 19-10. The one thing that I really pointed out at the very beginning of this game, if they haven't had one of those games where the AR and SMG has had that synergy, this potentially could be that game.
As of right now, would you say that they've been doing that, or do you think they're still kind of have to work on it?
Between Clay and Attach, definitely. I think you have to look at Zuma to potentially pick up a couple more kills, because that's what makes Faze so deadly, right? When Attach and Zuma are just completely obliterating everyone on the hill, and you have Clay with his AR presence locking down the rest of the map, that's when it's a scary squad. Right now, with Zuma kind of underperforming a little bit, they definitely give Elevate a bit of a chance to come back, but then you have to look at Slacks as well. At 9-19, massively underperforming for the team.
Oh, absolutely. He was a big reason why they were able to win their 3 matchups yesterday against TK, Envy, and ISO.
He's such an X factor.
Oh,
he
absolutely.
Really
Slack typically looked at as one of the weaker S&D players on this team. Ben, I can't remember a time when casting him yesterday that he didn't drop 10 kills. He was dominating. Obviously, the Tom and Jerry duo, the nickname that they gave themselves with Team TJ. and Slack. Always big performers for this team. Right now, though, they could definitely use both of those players if they can step up.
I mean, to be fair, this game is still extremely, extremely close.
Yeah.
Despite, you know, Slack having a pretty poor half, but I don't think by any means he's going to have another half quite like that. Expect to see him step up massively. He's double negative right now, but he's going to be able to pick up at least one kill here. Surely no, actually he's going to fall. That was Clayster with the Bal and Faze picking up a lot of time here on this first half point.
He's almost got near half the amount of kills as anyone else in the lobby. Not a recipe for victory if you're the boys on Elevate. And Ben, this second time around on this middle Atlas hardpoint, they've held it down for what, 25 straight seconds,
Yeah,
and there's no one even near breaking it.
And the big reason behind that is look at Zuma. You know, we kind of looked at Zuma and Slacks as the two players that were underperforming. Zuma just went on a 3-kill streak. He's now 21 and 22. He's pretty much drawn himself back to even. He's stepped up already in this second half, and that is dangerous for Elevate. Faze could be about to put the pedal to the metal right now.
Leave it to Classic, the hottest player on Elevate right now in this game 4. To shut Zuma down. A 40-second lead back in favor of Faze, but we've seen bigger comebacks happen. A push now coming in from Faze Clan from behind. They just body stacked on top of each other. Somehow, though, they're still able to take down Classic. That could have been a catastrophic failure. And look at Clayster, man. Sitting on this middle Atlas area with the submachine gun. Might have gotten a little bit too aggressive because they had no one holding those back spawns. Saint now locking them down for his team. Faze, though, up by about 60 seconds with a little bit over 3 minutes remaining.
I mean, this is definitely still doable for Elevate.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. Detroit is one of those maps where, you know, there's a couple of money hills in there, and if you lock them down, you're straight back into this game. And Saints just making sure that there's no one heading towards him. He doesn't even need to play the hill. He can just basically trade the kill, and that's exactly his game plan, and that's exactly what happens as well, Jack. 9 seconds left to scrap time, picks up 2. Doesn't even need to find the third. This is where the rotation now needs to come in from Elevate. Last time Faze massively out-rotated them towards Garage, and they held down that back spawn for such a long time.
They're going to do it again.
They can't allow them to do this, though.
And Faze are perfectly set up for this hill. As long as they can spot this player in the back of the map, it's Saints. He picks up the entry on Enable. Now they'll begin to flood this back ramp area. They have 2 players from Faze waiting. Zuma not able to pick up a kill. The charge from Elevate pushing in. 3 players from Faze watching. 3 from Elevate trading kills back and forth. It's going to go in favor of the Red Rebellion. They are still down by 50 seconds though, Ben. They do have the spawns in their favor, but Faze are completely flooding that back Atlas side.
Yeah, they don't have the spawns at all. Faze just completely wrapped all the way around. Clay with the Bal is going to be holding that down for them, and Elevate now spawning over towards School. Luckily, they still do have hardpoint control. Slack is going to have to be so big here for the team. Attach is going to be pushing up, though. He's going to pick it down one. Can he find the second? No, he can't. Classic and TJ doing a great job of holding it down for Team Elevate. They are mounting the comeback, but again, they don't have control of the spawn, so the early time of this next hardpoint is going to go in favor of Faze.
10 seconds of scrap time
in fact,
going
Elevate
to go
just won the huge
in
gunfight
favor
on the
of Elevate.
hardpoint.
And they're continuing to win the gunfights inside yellow.
This is
Saint
huge
pre-nading
play.
the door. He kills Enable. He'll also spot Attach. Not able to win that gunfight, though. Attach has been so clutch for Faze in this game. Classic 36 and 25.
Classic trying to make a bit of a play there. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do so, but TJ looking to burst in, has Enable in the corner. This is big time for Faze. Enable's going to go down. Attach needs to trade the kill. He's not able to do so. Classic now trying to potentially push through. Team kill's going to come in there. And Clayster just picks up a 3-piece. Everyone lines up in front of him, and that is just going to give Faze such a breath of fresh air right there. Now they can just kind of relax a little bit for a couple of seconds.
Faze tried to push out towards that ambulance area. Now the 4-man push from Elevate coming in. They're going to break this hard point. 20 seconds of scrap time. That needs to go in their favor. They can't actually let Faze get this, or else the game will be out of reach. One final push coming in from Faze Clan. It doesn't look like they're going to get in. We still have a game on our hands. 25 seconds separating these two teams. Faze with a full setup in School going to be up to Elevate to get the break.
I mean, this is going to be very, very tough to do.
Look at Classic, man.
With
42 and 27, a 6 streak.
With 47 seconds
a
left.
perfect break.
Oh my God, they actually just broke that. That is absurd. 41 seconds left. 212 to 190. As you said, Jack, it's still possible. 22-point the deficit. Slack needs to go big on the hill, though, because there's a couple of kills going down. He's not going to be able to win the gunfight. Saints needs to trade it. He doesn't. Clayster and Zuma with the break. And if they can just hold this for a few more seconds and win a couple of gunfights, FaZe are going to find themselves 3-1 up in the series.
Beautiful stuff from FaZe to break in. That's going to do it. Classic did all he could for his team, 42 and 29. He was on a 6 streak at the end of the yellow hard point when rotating over to School. A frustrating game 4 loss for Elevate. They're going to go into Solar Search and Destroy down 3-1. Ben, do you think they have any chance of forcing that game 6?
Right now, no. I think that's going to be a little bit of a momentum boost, especially, you know, FaZe searching and Destroy. They've looked strong all weekend. I really think this is where the series is over.
Well, I can hear Clayster through my headset. He's
winning on that 3-piece.
All he's doing is talking strategy with his team, talking about what just happened in that game. That 3-piece was absolutely massive inside of Yellow, eliminating the scrap time that Elevate could get. Faze up 3-1. I mean, I think a lot of us expected this going into this one. Elevate looked very hot yesterday, but
I thought potentially it could have been a close one. I mean, Elevate, take nothing away from them. This event looked fantastic. Faze, especially with the shaky, slow start, that's the key for this series is they didn't start slow. Yeah. They started off very, very well, and they managed to build themselves a lead in the series. They're going to have to continue to do that all throughout Championship Sunday if they're going to have any chance of walking away in first place.
A great series from start to finish so far. Going to be up to Elevate to win the next 3 games if they want to keep their tournament hopes alive. Don't go anywhere. Championship Sunday continues after this quick commercial break. Welcome back, everybody, to the MLG Pro League Season 3 Championships live from Columbus, Ohio at the MLG.TV Arena. Courage joined by Benson. Yes, Chance has been subbed out. We're still keeping watch of him. He needs to go take a nap.
I don't know where he is.
I just lied to the people. I have no idea where he could be.
Did I see him in
no,
I see Maven, though.
That's Maven. Yeah,
Maven's
I think Maven might be asleep.
Oh, there's Chance.
He's alive.
Next to Maven.
Maven's running out here. He's going to yell something.
He's probably,
mute your screen.
He's doing things which we shouldn't
really
talk about on camera. Anyway, moving on. Solar, Search and Destroy, Faze find themselves in a wonderful position in this series, now just one map away from walking away. Had a couple of requests on social media for listening in Search and Destroy. Just kind of want to address that. Not really going to happen. Obviously, Search and Destroy, you hear a lot of tactics, etc. You don't want the other team hearing what one team is saying. Makes it vastly, vastly unfair.
I hear you on that one, Ben. Loud.
Although it would be cool if we could send it just to the stream, though.
Oh, that would be absolutely sick. The technology just isn't here yet, Benson. I'm sorry.
Probably is. I'm sorry. Probably is, Jed. We just don't know it yet.
It was a reference that I think is going to go over a lot of people's heads. But
aliens, bro.
Back into this game, my player to watch still. I mean, we mentioned it since the start of this series. Clayster, game number 1, 41-32 of 1.28 KD. Game 2, 10-6 in Search and Destroy, a 1.67, and then there in the win on Detroit Hardpoint, 36-25, a 1.44 KD. Continuing to lead his team. I wanted to highlight him because everyone was on board with saying he needs to step up on this championship Sunday if his team is going to win.
Okay. Well, Clay, more than happy to make his way over towards this.
Oh, he didn't spot the player on catwalk.
No, neither player kind of know where each other is. And this is actually really good for Faze. It basically gives you a player behind enemy lines. And obviously in this 3 versus 3, with 55 seconds left, everyone now just essentially parks the bus. Everyone just playing very, very slow.
Parks the Bus. That's a new one that
you never heard that reference?
Before. No, it's Saints.
You don't watch real sports, then, Jack.
Classic. And Slacked, all still alive. You could see though, two players very close to each other. Saints will probably spot these players pushing
Expect to
towards
see a
this
kill
white
at
dome.
any second now on that red arrow. There it is.
That's
Saints.
one. He didn't spot the second player though, pushing from glass wall. He's just going to run away, play his life, get the help of his teammates.
But
Clayster's all the way to this back
yes,
area.
I was about to say, Clay's in a fantastic position. They know Enable is around there, but they have no idea that Clay is.
Nice shots on Slack.
Full to the 2v2. 17 seconds left, though. Time ticking away, and Saints is still in such a good position to really cause FaZe a lot of problems. The bomb goes down, he's going to be immediately challenged, but doesn't pick up the kill. Classic, he's able to pick up one.
Nice break.
Saints cleans up Clay, and just like that, Elevate pick up round number 1.
Saints 3-0 to start off this game. We saw the same thing in that game 2, even though FaZe got the better of them. That one went all the way to round 11. If I'm not mistaken, in that game number 2, with two players with Elevate falling off the map and how heartbreaking it was.
Slack fell off the map.
Obviously, the first S&D very evenly matched. Here in this game at number 5, Elevate strike first. It didn't hurt FaZe last time, though, as they clutched up. I'm going to stay on board with Saints.
Oh, you have to. Big first round from him.
Off
Picks
the
up
start.
3-0.
This round 2.
Big first win engagement that he managed to get. Managed to stay alive as well. Problem is, Zuma, massively aggressive player, is going to be chasing him down. Clayster with the pick, though. That was a very impressive snipe.
Nice shot off towards his left yellow building. Clay trying to stay alive. The bomb being pushed towards his catwalk. Who's going to get the better of this gun engagement? Enable versus Classic. Classic's just going to run away, play his life. Heads up decision.
Yeah, but both players more than happy to just kind of give each other credit. Don't want to go for that challenge, knowing that they're most likely going to get traded. But it gives FaZe a lot of information of exactly how Elevate are playing their attacking round.
Cross on catwalk is
Play
Clayster.
again,
I don't
that's
even
the
know why I'm not watching him. Spots Slack. Slack immediately runs away, though, decides that is not worth my time. It's a 2v2. Clayster and Enable versus Slack and TJ Halley.
Bear in mind, Clay only has that sniper rifle and pistol combination. He's desperately trying to hunt down for a weapon. Enable has put some shots down on one of the Elevate players who, actually, if they're not careful, TJ's going to hit the flank, and he does. Now Clayster left to clutch the 1v2 and pick up the ace. He has managed to find himself an ASM-1, though. Should make it a 1v1. Oh, backs away, doesn't challenge, but Clay mid. Oh my god, Clay.
Clayster hitting the
1v1.
shot.
Clay pulls out the sniper rifle.
The Moors.
Bro, if he'd have just no-scoped that, I would have just put the headset down and walked out the arena.
Wow, you would have gotten that much of an extreme to show your reaction to how sick that would have been. Here's your kill from TJ. Final 2 kills in that round to close it out. Clayster again leading his team, already 4 kills to his name. It's not as bad as the rest of his teammates being killless after the first 2 rounds, but now again, the question comes in, how does FaZe change up their play style to bring this game back in their favor?
Well, looking at Enable, he's going to be picking up that bomb for FaZe as expected. And it seems right now just trying to play for that pick.
I like this from Slacked. He's holding onto his nades. He's going to play a little bit more passively with them to kind of wait until the perfect opportunity comes up to toss them. Clayster striking first again with
his
that
first blood
Morse.
ratio with a sniper rifle is just sickening.
Oh, yeah.
He's so good. And even if he doesn't get first blood, you kind of know every round he's going to get a pick with it. And he's desperately trying to hunt down. He may actually go for the jump and spot someone mid-class. Misses the jump, though. That's going to be a little costly there. Players will be rushing in towards him. It's now a 4 versus 2. Zoomer able to pick up the TJ. And with 40 seconds left, bomb is down as well. Slack's going to have to try and make a play. Not going to be able to happen. Saints 1v3 now. Very, very tough.
Clayster was ready there with that Morris, not able to pick up the kill. But the round still goes in favor of FaZe 2-1. Elevate, though, still in the lead.
Nice play from Attach. Picks up Saints. And that's FaZe's first round here in the Solar Search and Destroy. Jack, can they build upon this now? Or do you think Elevate may bounce back this next round?
We'll have to see. Zuma, this event, for me, really hasn't played at the same on a lot of maps that he used to. For
How
example, on Solar, so used to him just rushing through that middle pool area with a sub in hand. This event, he's been rocking the bow much more often. Instead of trying to hit that flank in middle cuts and run away and play his life, now he'll just come towards bottom fans. He's actually body stacked momentarily with Attach. Thankfully, though, the kill does go in their favor. Gets taken down by TJ. Again, just not as aggressive as I'm used to. He was also doing the same thing earlier on Detroit. Instead of hitting mid-blue, he's trying to change things up, play a little bit more passively with the AR. Maybe it's worked out in his favor, maybe it still hasn't. There's the hype from Elevate, though, as the final 2 kills come in their favor. 3-1 round lead. That's coming in from TJ.
Massive smiles as well in the Elevate booth.
Nice
everyone
shots.
from Slack, Classic, TJ, everyone smiling over there. That was a beautiful round. TJ actually picked up the ace, and you missed every single kill.
It's no big deal there, Ben.
It's a pretty big deal. Got the ace.
Everyone misses sometimes.
Just saying.
Clayster still has that Morse. I'm on board with the offensive side of things.
It's okay. We all still love you, Jake.
It's all right, Ben. I don't know if you love me, but everyone else sure does. Clayster with that Morse, trying to stay alive at that back white van. The push coming towards the B-bomb site. Going to play a little bit more passively again from the boys of FaZe. There's the nades from Slack. Again, the passive play from him. He just knows exactly when to toss them. That time it pays off. First blood in his favor. Elevate continuing to pull away with this game number 5.
Yeah, Elevate's looking very, very dominant here in this solo search and destroy. The 3-1 lead. Have first blood here in round number 5. Classic will fall though. Forces a 3 versus 3. Slacked on your screen. Should be able to pick up 1. Does so. And more importantly, tries to escape but can't. 2 versus 2 now. Got Clayster and Attach going up against Saints and TJ Haley.
Look at the flank coming in.
Yeah, that's Saints. Saints is actually in a huge gunfight at the other side of the map. Unfortunately, he had to just kind of reload. They haven't pinned him.
Oh, no.
Clayster, meanwhile, has just said, oh, you want to flank? Guess what? I'm going to flank your flank, bro.
I'm a flank. Just a second level of flanking going on here. FaZe
So
with
much
the number
flanking.
advantage. Clayster trying to stay alive with that Morse. He has picked up a Bal though. But look at this timing. This timing can work out so perfectly for TJ. No, not going to be able to kill the bomb carrier in time. He's been tagged up as well. Will they chase down the kill? It does appear so. They're trying to spot him. He's gotten towards that catwalk area.
Yeah,
Kills Attach. It's now a one-on-one. Clayster versus TJ. Clayster in the power position, putting some shots out on TJ. Missed so many bullets. Somehow TJ's still alive. He's on a 5 streak. TJ trying to chase it down. Not going to happen. That got scary there momentarily. Look at Clayster. He's like, oh my goodness. That would have been absolutely horrible if that didn't go in his favor. 3-2. Elevate still up in this game. I'm on board with Saints. Hasn't been able to stay alive.
Well,
Classic.
At Classic has that bomb. Can he potentially get that pick? Attach is actually going to be down below in that bottom hood area, but right now 3 versus 2. Oh, sorry, 3 rounds to 2, rather, in favor of Elevate. Saints, oh, may actually have a pick here, Jack.
Saints getting stunned. Both players trading stuns back and forth. In P1 right now, Zuma's able to strike first blood for FaZe. Here's a little bit of aggression out of him, catching the opposing team off guard. Already pushed on top of that pool building. Number advantage going over to FaZe. This is, again, a momentum swing round.
It really is. It really is. If Elevate go up 4-2, you can potentially see them kind of claw back in this series. You know, before we went live, before we came back from the commercial break, we were kind of talking and saying, hey, I think this is where FaZe potentially close it out. And this is going to be a big round if they're going to have any chance of doing it. They already have that first blood. Zuma's going to pick up the second in the rally. Oh, Enable actually kills him there. But Zuma was able to pick up Slack as well before he died. That would have been potentially Zuma off the ace. Classic
Nice
left
shots from Clay.
all by himself. Not going to be able to clutch up. And FaZe tie it up 3-3.
Just like what we saw in game number 2, the rounds are traded back and forth. It's all knotted up yet again. Clayster already 8 kills to his name, only 3 deaths. He's on a 3 streak. Zuma could have had the ace, but Enable had to shut him down to help out Elevate there momentarily.
Good guy, Enable. Just killing Zuma, just because.
He is one of the good ones in this world. Back on board with FaZe on offense.
Speaking of Enable, Enable currently at 1-5.
He got killed by that nade, pushing down B Street the other round. Now he's going to grab that bomb. He does have Trophy and Tactician on. Looks like this is going to be an all-out B push from FaZe. We'll see who can get this first kill. And bottom fans, it's Zuma again for FaZe striking first blood. Another challenge coming in from TJ. He gets the better of Attach. Also, Classic finds a kill. It's now a 1v3. And look at how far away Clayster is from anyone on the map.
Yeah, you're going to see Elevate just kind of team up here, stay together. They nearly have bomb down. They're just going to wrap around the map as a unit. Just play for the trade. Clayster could get maybe lucky, pick one to escape. Maybe gets a lucky 2-piece, but really, I'm not holding my breath for him, but 53 seconds. I've seen Clayster do some unbelievably crazy things in my time casting over him as a professional player.
Yeah.
So if there is a guy that could do it, I feel like it's him, especially right now as he sits 8-3 on the scoreboard.
They've completely swapped positions.
I mean, they've allowed Clay to pick up the bomb.
Yeah, Clay does have that objective in hand now. 30 seconds remaining, still has some time to work with. Did Classic to spot him in middle map. It does appear so. Clayster going up the ladder. Oh, that could have been horrible timing for him. One player challenges the catwalk, picks up the beatdown. Not able to be traded. It's now a 1v2. 20 seconds left. That's the biggest issue here. His time is against him. He needs to make.
I think Clay. Honestly, I think Clay's going to do this. You know.
Wait, no one near that A-bomb site. He decides to rotate back towards B.
Oh,
He
he's
should
just
get
got
shot in the
unlucky
back.
timing in his life.
One of those decisions that
That's
he had
so
to,
unfortunate.
He had to pick between the two different sites. Well, he picked the wrong one on that occasion.
I honestly, I thought there for a minute that TJ was going to peek out at that bomb site and decide, oh yeah, he's not here. He's going to be the other bomb site, and both Elevate players are going to rotate. Clay would have been able to get the bomb down.
That would have been nuts.
Obviously, didn't happen, but Clay, with beautiful anticipation to realize that someone was going to be challenging from the stairs, makes it a 1v2, just can't clutch up. Elevate 4-3 now in the lead in the Search and Destroy.
TJ already an ace to his name. This game he clutches up for his team. They're taking down Clayster. Both those players sitting at 9-4. An all-out push this time from Elevate. First blood going to Classic. Another challenge coming in. Clayster trying to stay alive. Slack cuts him down. Number advantage again to Elevate. We'll see if they can close the round out.
Zuma forces a 2v2, but he's weak. He's immediately going to get traded now. Enable sitting at 1-6. Left to go. Clutch for the team. It's a 1 versus 2. TJ and Classic alive. He knows that plays are over towards B. Puts a couple of shots down, and you can expect to see Elevate potentially just rotate straight out of that B site.
This is one of those scenarios, right, where if he clutches this 1v2, it kind of wipes out the rest of the below-average game he's had so far. Obviously, if he loses this round, it's 5-3 to Elevate. If you can win this one, the game will be tied back up. He has been spotted. He should be taken down. There it goes. Elevate now 1 round away from taking this game number 5 and staying alive here at the MLG Pro League Season 3 Championship.
TJ on a 4 streak, Classic on a 3 streak. Enable just really has not been able to get anything going this Search and Destroy. And again, all smiles from the Elevate side. TJ very happy with his performance here in the Search and Destroy, sitting at 11-4. I mean, you would be, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. And think of how different this game would be, Ben, if they clutched up in round 11 in that Search and Destroy. They'd be feeling pretty good being up 3-2 heading into game number 6. Off the start, though, the all-out aggression from Zuma through middle map. TJ with a beautiful nade to cut him down. Trading kills back and forth. Saints and Slack, both alive against Clayster and Attach.
And, someone mid-map from Elevate. He just spotted Attach. He has that bomb. He needs to try and escape. He's one shot.
Saints.
I don't think Saints wants to chase that, though. And both kind of players from both teams just group up and start to try and work their way around the map, playing as a team. Still just under a minute to play here in round number 9. Elevate just need this 1 round, and they will go 3-2, get their second map of the series. So potentially making that comeback.
We saw FaZe clutch up and win that game 2. Elevate now having to do the same if they want to stay alive. Attach leading the charge towards this A-bomb site across the map. You can see Slack and Saints really just have no idea where the boys at FaZe they have an idea. They have an idea.
Both players from both teams played that as well as they possibly could, just rotating around the outside of the map. Now, this is where you have to try and anticipate. If you're Elevate, you know the bomb is down at A. Where are the FaZe players going to be in?
Clayster just down and hits him with a beat down.
God! Did he just get back-to-back beatdowns? I think he did. Clay with 2 melees. I thought he was going to go for the stomp, but he kind of landed a little shy. We're going to see it here. No, he just lands in front. He says, all right, peace out 1. Guess what? You going to challenge me, Saints? Don't worry. How does back-to-back melee sound?
Pretty sick stuff from Clay. Now 11-5. He's gotten over 10 kills in both Search and Destroy.
And that's going to give Clay a lot of confidence. Obviously, he doesn't really need the confidence now. He's sitting at 11-5 anyway.
I'm watching him on defense.
But I feel like, when Clay makes one of those plays, when he does something like that, he's going to get motivated. He's going to get a little bit hyped. And that's a Clay you don't want to play.
He's near nobody, so I'm going to swap off of him momentarily. The push coming in from Enable towards bottom purple. The timing not in his favor. He's going to get challenged by Saints. First one to Elevate again. Enable now 1-9.
Big trade.
Zuma with the trade. That's what you love out of your aggressive sub player.
Yep. Just kind of making up there for Enable, giving him a little bit of intel. Forces a 3v3, and I believe Clayster is actually in a big gunfight. Over towards the backside of the map. Zuma's going to fall. 3 versus 2. Clay and Attach alive. 4-team FaZe as they try and force this one to a round 11.
That timing of Attach just dropped down that player. That could have been so
Clay
sick.
still in a big gunfight.
Answer to Classic.
Attach gets the melee though. 2v2. Attach should be pretty much dead though. He's so weak. Elevate not able to trade that kill. That is so big for FaZe. Attach able to get in, get the kill, and get out. Forces another 2v2. Clay in a great position here, but you can see the way Elevate are setting up on that mini-map. Those red arrows, of course, Elevate. The blue arrows, Team FaZe. Attach.
Oh my god, Attach just got all the intel he could ever ask for. They know exactly where both players are. Attach is going to play this one slowly. He's going to rotate right behind them. He's not going to use his exo boost at all. With only 18 seconds left, they know they have to plant at that B-bomb site. How will Attach play this one? He's going to peek, spots one player,
that's the kill he needed.
Picks up the kill, gets
Attach.
the second as well.
Oh, no! Attach.
He does with the help of Clayster.
Clay cleans it up.
5-5.
Clay cleans it up. Round 11. Of course, FaZe now forcing themselves 1 round away from advancing through to the losers bracket final, where they'll meet Epsilon immediately following this game. Clay on a 3-streak, Attach on a 3-streak. They played that 2v2 perfectly. Attach put himself in a position where he had all the information he could possibly need, sort out both Elevate players, and they clutched the round.
It's simple. If Elevate win this round, they stay alive in the tournament and force a game 6.
How many first bloods have Elevate got and lost those rounds? That's what's really starting to stand out to me.
Time and time again, Classic gonna go with that bomb towards his A site. Look at FaZe, stacking forward B. They're not gonna spot anyone as of yet. TJ's pushed all the way up through this middle pool area. Shots coming down towards the pool wall. TJ strikes first blood again. That's Zuma falling for FaZe.
That's a big, big win. Look at this for Team Elevate. Zuma was at 11-11. Clay, meanwhile, though, he's been pretty aggressive of himself, and they actually, FaZe have Elevate pinned in, but another win comes in from Saints. That's on Attach. Now a 2 versus 4. Enable at 1-9. If there was ever a moment he needs to step up, it's going to be right now, but Clay's on the fight's going to spot basically 3 plays. Doesn't pick up anyone, and the auto-mental fail comes in. Enable in a 1v4. Picks up 1, turns around, can't find
Elevate's still alive.
Elevate clutch up in round 11. Managed to win their second map of the series.
Slack says there's no map I can fall off in this round 11. This time around, his team's able to clutch up 2 kills from Saints, 1 kill from Slack, and 1 kill from TJ. How many rounds in a row that felt like that Elevate got first blood, whether they won or lost? It just seemed like they just kept getting the momentum in their favor at the start of rounds.
Unfortunately for Clay in that 2v4, you have to look at that auto-mental fail as something he's probably going to be a little bit bummed out about, but of course, there's still plenty more Call of Duty action in this series, potentially. It's 3-2 in favor of FaZe. Of course, first to 4 in your best of 7.
Pretty uncharacteristic game from Enable at 2-10. Everyone has those rough ones, though. You can't really harp on it.
Everyone has one of those games where it's just like, you know, hold my hands up, didn't really perform well. To be fair, though, you know, when he was dying for first blood, Zuma was normally in a position to trade that, so they had a little bit of information. He was also bomb carrier as well.
The bomb carrier, he died to a couple
But you still expect
nades.
something a little bit more from Enable.
Absolutely. Well, game 5 going over to Elevate. We still have a series on our hands. Both SNDs have gone to round 11. If this goes to game 7, round 11.
Stop it. Don't jinx. Why would you touch wood, Jack? Touch the wood.
Isn't it knock on wood? Whatever it is.
Touch wood.
We'll figure that out during the quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere when we come back. Game number 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Championship Sunday here at the Season 3 Finals. Benson joined by Courage up in the booth. We're the losers bracket semi-final phase. They had their work cut out against a very strong Elevate squad. Managed to get a little bit of redemption there in that round of 11. So far, both S&Ds, as you said, both gone to that round 11. But now we head over to a Detroit Uplink phase, still at match point. Elevate really need to turn up on this map.
Big thing to point out is the two closest games of the series have been the S&Ds and the Uplink. The Uplink was really kind of thrown away by FaZe after they missed 3 easy points
that would have
in
won them
that
the
first
game.
half. That would have won them the game. The 2 S&Ds go to round 11. We could very well have 2 more close games on our hands if Elevate is able to force the game 7.
I hope so, because this series is panning out to be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about it at the beginning of the day. FaZe would have liked to, or Elevate would have liked to have finished these series as quickly as possible. So if you do make it to that grand final, you don't have to go through 2 best of 7s. It's going to be a grueling task, especially against a squad like Optic Gaming. It's hard enough to beat them in 1 best of 7, let alone 2.
I can tell you right now, Ben, not only would the victory be sweet for either of these teams to move on Championship Sunday, but they want to face Parasite and that Epsilon squad to get revenge. Both of these teams suffering losses to that squad earlier on in the weekend. They do not want to go home this weekend knowing that Parasite got the better of them. As we hop into Detroit Uplink, Benson, who's going to be your player to watch for either of these squads?
I think, Naval had a rough search and destroy. I expect to see him kind of bounce back. TJ, of course, in any uplink that he's ever involved in, he's going to be a player.
Pretty decent.
Eye out for. I really want to see Attach as well from FaZe. I think those 2 guys really should be the standout players from this Detroit.
All right, well, I'm on board with TJ off the start, tossing those Semtexes across the map. Not going to connect with anyone as of yet. Zuma getting the better of Classic inside of blue. FaZe already with the map control and advantage. They're trying to push through ambulance. They just have 2 players to clean up in garage. The drone now in the hands of Enable. He's trying to stay alive. He's got 1 more lead blocker.
Passes it. Oh, that was
Zuma,
beautiful
the jump
play.
going in phase, striking in just 26 seconds. They're now up 2-0.
On the unpreferred side, let's not forget about that as well. Not pushing in towards the school side. That's Elevate who have that advantage. I expect to see Elevate potentially just go for an immediate response, but Classic needs to be careful because he is the drone carrier and he doesn't really want to be going in there first. He needs his teammates to kill out and slay out that school side. He's just going to turn around and play that one immediately out, but Saints was able to pick up that kill, and Saints put himself in a great position. Closer needs to win the gunfight, does so, and FaZe, once again, just try and recoup.
Nice heads-up play from Clayster to stop Saints from pushing in and getting control of lockers. TJ has this drone in hand. There are no FaZe members alive inside of school, but look, the hesitation right now from Elevate just bought FaZe enough time to get 3 players in a position to stop the drone from wherever they go. Whether it's a locker's window, they have someone there to block it. That player has dropped. They had 2 players in the back trailer. Zuma on the white truck. The toss coming in.
That was so
able to go
well
in.
played.
Nice shot. And who is it? TJ with the 1-point toss.
He put himself in the wall so he couldn't be shot, had a player flanking him, immediately just lined up the shot before he even peeked, and I feel like he was throwing it as he was moving out. That was just phenomenal play from TJ. Makes it just a 1-point game.
He's a definition, Ben, of a playmaker in a game mode, and that's Uplink. Right now, continuing to dominate in it so far in this game. Saints leading his team in kills at 6 and 4. He's going to try to control that middle map, ambulance area, attached with this drone, just going to toss it down, wait for the help of his teammates. Wouldn't be surprised if he just tries to reset this one, but with Clayster getting that first kill in his favor, FaZe going to try to go on the offensive.
Attach, just keeping that drone down in the stairwell.
He's been stuck in this area for a long time.
Just really needs his teammates to slay out. Now he actually decides that he wants to try and make a play with his drone. Classic, able to shut down Clay, and Attach needs to be a little careful here. He's actually just thrown that directly to someone from Elevate. It was slagged. And that could be a little bit of a misplay right there for coming in from FaZe, but Zuma mid-map nearly found himself a nice 2-piece. The drone is still down. Will be picked up by Elevate. It's going to be Classic who has it. Just picks it up, throws it down, tries to win the gunfight fire. That's Clayster who managed to win back-to-back gunfights, and Saints responds with 2 pieces of his own. TJ now with a drone, and Elevate with good school control. This is points.
This should be a score. Saints now going to push out towards the white truck. He's got 1 player to beat. Gets the better of Clayster. The nade coming in. The drone has been stopped.
The drone is
into the locker's hallway.
Slacked.
Picks up a stop, grabs the drone, and dunks it in, and gets the kill with Classic. Heads-up play from Elevate. Nice use of the tactical grenades. A lot of people give players flack for just spamming them and utilizing them. They're called tactical for a reason. It's to get an upper hand on your opponent there. They're used perfectly. The drone hasn't been tossed off the map quite yet. There it goes. Attached, not able to chase it down in time.
Saints turns around, picks up 1. Looking for more. He's in a really important position here to play that defensive role.
There you go.
They hunt out the FaZe player.
Now they'll just run it right through middle street. Heads up.
Whoa. Nah, he's going to reset it. Play for some kills, get some map control. They knew FaZe were going to be spawning up, and they may not necessarily have been sure exactly the spawns that FaZe were going to get, so it makes more sense to just kind of play that drone out, slay out, and get that map control once again. There's a minute 30 left as well. It's going to be really important for me for Elevate to get a couple more points on the board. I don't think 3-2 lead is sufficient when you're on good side.
Another game where there's someone from FaZe struggling. Last game it was Enable. This time around it's Attach, currently sitting at 2-9. Saints trying to go in for that beatdown on Enable, not going to make it happen. Another drone reset for the full 15.
Classic just ate that stun grenade.
Who's this all the way on the flank right now? That's going to be Attach, trying to change things up for his squad. He's going to push in from the closet area. Oh, he could stop this push single-handedly from Elevate, but the spawn that just came in from TJ just absolutely changed up that play for Attach. TJ killing everyone from behind, continuing to make it happen for his team. Enable putting in some nice shots. The drone hasn't been capped as of yet.
Play is still in position. Attach
out,
picks it up and throws it. Beautiful play from Attach as he just clears the offensive play from Elevate, keeps it a 1-point game, and now Zuma thinking about going for the drone. He may actually just go for a little bit of a long pass there. He went for the manual pass, and he has managed to get that towards Clayster. Clayster is in a position to potentially pick up one more kill here. If they get this kill, this is going to be points for Team FaZe, and it's going to be huge for them heading into the second side. That drone is going to reset in 2 seconds, though. Clay has to know it. They have to touch it. He gets it just in time. Can he sink the 2-point play?
Flawlessly
yes,
done.
he can.
Absolutely flawlessly done.
That got a little close, though, to that drone resetting.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, Clayster already 17 kills to his name. 10 seconds left. Attach going to go for the 1-point toss. Will it connect? And it falls short. That was anticlimactic.
It really was, wasn't it? You were ready for it.
Yeah, I was ready to get hyped and say FaZe now up 5-3. But Ben, FaZe going to the half up 4-3.
4-3, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that 1-point toss went in. But no, FaZe at the half.
That's massive
up
for them.
4-3.
Because Elevate now going to the unprepared side.
They're up 4-3. Attach and Enable combined have 11 kills. The lowest on Elevate of 10.
It just tells you sometimes, you know, slaying
isn't everything.
It really isn't. You just need to get the one gunfight.
You can have someone go quadruple negative and still be up in a game.
I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to finish quadruple negative and be up in the game, that's for sure. They're going to need to step up in round number 2. They are on the favorite side, though, so they do have that going for them.
Saints leading the push. He's going to take down Attach right away. Dylan continuing to struggle. The drone in the hands of Clayster. He'll get it off the map. Yes. Heads up play from him. Going to buy his team some time to regain map control. Saints is just soaring around. He's now 20-11 on a 4th streak. Saints doing everything he can for his team to stay alive. This really has been a battle between him and Clayster all series long.
Saints just controlling the garage side. They know that's where FaZe is going to be trying to get control of. And someone from FaZe has just picked up the drone. I believe thrown it out again, despite Classic able to pick up that kill. It was a little late. And this is just doing Enable.
There you go.
Boys at FaZe now they have themselves in control of the map. As soon as this is reset, you expect to see them potentially go for an aggressive play here. They need to get control of School, though, and this is where Enable is going to be big. Picks up 1. Looking for more. Attached now with the drone in hand. Clay's heating up on a 4 streak. Enable on a 2 streak. Zuma also with 1 kill to his name. Attach, what is he going to do with the drone? He's pushing directly behind Clay. He's going to jump up, and FaZe find themselves with a 3-point lead.
Caps it in. It doesn't matter. Attach. You don't need to get kills. Clayster and Zuma will handle that for you.
Clay's on a 5 streak right now, Jack.
Let me hop on board with him. Almost double positive. Well, as we do that, Caster's Curse. Able to set up one player. The toss going in. They do have someone for the pickup. That's TJ. Oh, no! He beat down TJ. And the dunk. Attach having probably one of the worst games of his career.
I mean, he just got straight one of the worst games of his career. By TJ right there. And TJ's ready for another one. The drone is going to be thrown on. Unfortunately, TJ not able to connect with that. Zuma now needs to go big on the defensive side. Luckily, Attach picks up a big 2-piece just as he gets a little bit demoralized. He does kind of reply. Now 3 minutes 10. FaZe getting a lot of control of School. Zuma starting to heat up a little bit now. That drone is going to be in School as well. They have 2 players pushing in forward. 1 player to beat. It's going to be TJ. TJ picks up the first kill. Can he find the second? No, he can't. Enable should be good to dunk.
Enable coming in with that drone. He'll cap it for FaZe. Now up 8-5 again. And you can see Zuma spawning up in his base. He's going to go for that drone. Wouldn't be surprised to see him toss it off the map. Heads up play.
Yep. 2 minutes 44 left. Can start playing that one out, wait for his teammates to get some control. They don't really know where Elevate is. Elevate has 1 player being very aggressive, and you see FaZe, whilst this is going on, 1 player goes for a big flank. That's going to be Enable, and he's able to cause a lot of problems now for Elevate. They have to hunt out Enable before they can even think about making a play. Zuma with the drone. He's going to play that one once again, and Elevate, they need to pick up kills here, Jack. They're just not able to do so. 3 players go down. Should be 4 if they can clean up Classic.
And now you're getting to that point, Ben, where 2 minutes left. Every time you can grab that drone is so crucial. If FaZe can continue to lock down middle map, you're going to see them grab this drone. Whoever goes in there, Clayster will pick it up. He'll toss it off the map. They're happy to do that time and time again. FaZe don't need to score the rest of this game. The number one
They're
thing
just
for them
waiting for the opportunity.
is just to lock down middle map, then they can push as a team. Right now, they haven't gotten secure enough and enough confidence to say, okay, now we'll run it. Attach is still here. That's a big kill on Slack. He should be able to grab this drone and toss it off. He hasn't done it as of yet. No. Saints cuts him down. He'll grab this drone. 4 players for Elevate up. This is the best opportunity they've had to score.
It is, and with a minute 40 left, you know, Saints could think about maybe going for the 1. Decides he wants to try and push forward, but the drone's still alive. TJ has it in his hand.
Nope.
He's going to fall as well. They still have Classic in a position to maybe cause some issues, but nope. Not going to happen.
Heads up play. They know 4 are dead. No reason to toss it off. He's going to wait, buy a few seconds. He gets a call out that 2 are in school. Also, shots coming in from Valkyrie and Alley. Look at how long he's held this drone. They know exactly where everyone is. That's where counting comes into play, Ben.
Yep, and he turns around and he says, oh, TJ, you were kind of flank me? Nah, bro. Nah, not today. Picks up the kill, and that's that smart play from Clay that, you know, you just have to really appreciate.
If he had tossed that off right away, Elevate had 3 players on the drone. It would have already spawned up. They would have gone for that 1-point toss, or they would have just thrown it forward for yards.
This isn't over, Jack.
Oh, not at all. With 1 minute left, Elevate with the drone, but Attach is right behind 3 players.
Oh,
gets all 3. Attach, having such a slow first half, has begun to heat up. Now he's going to run all the way to the back of his base with the drone. Faze again, playing this one perfectly. He's going to buy as much time as possible. That's what, 30 seconds now? They've done this with the drone. Attach will throw it off.
Oh,
4 balls for Elevate. I'm going to tell you right now, Ben, that looks like it's it.
They'll just reset this drone. They have no need whatsoever to push it. In fact, they're actually going to run it directly back towards their own base.
This is just so heads up from them.
Zuma just really keeping possession of their drone. As long as he has it and Elevate don't, guess what?
GG.
Elevate can't score. That is going to be GG.
What a series.
Faze progressing through to the losers bracket final where they shall meet Team Epsilon. And honestly, that game is going to be a fantastic one. I can't wait to see what Epsilon we get to see today. Is it going to be the same fight-up one we had yesterday and also on Friday? Can they cause yet another upset? Because Faze looking for revenge. Epsilon's already beaten this squad.
What I love is that Royalty's going to have to show again that he can hang with Zuma and Attach. Really.
I think I feel like he probably could. Oh, we've seen slow games from both of those 2 players.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, Ben. Quick numbers I want to drop on you. Game 1, Clayster 41 and 32 of 1.28 KD on retreat hardpoint, 6 caps and 1 defense. Big monster first game, a statement game from Clayster. Game 2, 10 and 6 of 1.67 KD. He helps his team go up 2-0 in this best of 7 series. Then that Game 3 Uplink, that's the one that Faze lost. Really nothing too special out of any of the players in that team. He then went 36 and 25 on Detroit Hardpoint, 12 and 6 on Solar SND, and then 35 and 23 in that final Uplink game.
A lot of numbers, Jack, I'm gonna be honest.
A lot of numbers, but
they just went straight.
Clayster went absolutely massive in basically every single game that Faze won. A major reason why they now find themselves in the losers bracket finals, guaranteeing themselves a top 3 finish.
Congratulations to Elevate. They finish 4th place. Now, the only question is who will place where in the top 3? We already know Optic Gaming, they're in the grand finals.
Yeah.
Up next, of course, on the main stage, Epsilon versus Faze. A little bit of a rematch, but for now, let's go down to the analysis desk with Mr. X and Maven.
All right, thank you, boys. Here we are. What a great series we had. You know, it was funny. Ben, you and I obviously did the analysis before this. We talked about the fact that we thought Faze would be struggling a little bit at the respawns, the hard points. S&D would be their favorite game. Not really how that went at all.
Yeah, a little bit odd. I think Elevate probably could have made that a 7-game series.
Without question.
Without question. I mean, I think looking forward, Faze obviously going to play against Epsilon. How does Epsilon look coming out of yesterday? Are they going to be crushing like they have the rest of the weekend? Because if Epsilon is playing well, Attach needs to play much better than that. I mean, we were watching upstairs. Pad his stats a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, well, the game, he was at one point, I think Attach was 3 and 18. But props to him. He climbed back, and he had that 3-piece at the end that might have saved the game, really. And then held the ball, got the toss out. Yeah. Massive plays coming from him. And when you're a young player like that, obviously he's almost a veteran at this point because he's been in so many finals. He's been on this championship caliber team. But it was struggle city for the most part. But walk me through this. We'll get the full list of game types here.
The first map isn't surprising, right? You know, the retreat hard point, you kind of expected Faze to take that. Elevate making that game 2 so close, they needed to win that one. They win that one. This is a 7-game series. I thought that hard point 2, the Detroit one, they wasted a great game at a Classic. He put up like plus 40 kills. You know, he was outslaying Clay. Yeah. If your AR is outslaying Clay, you need to win those hard points, just kind of plain and simple. And then that last one, nope. They didn't really do a good job getting control. I mean, they were picking up kills, but you saw Zuma reset the drone 2 or 3 times in the second half. Yeah. They were never able to get it or really make any type of offensive push. I think it goes to recovery. I think that's one Elevate definitely could have taken.
They certainly could have, especially again, we thought Faze really had the edge in S&D because they've been playing, that's probably been their best game type at least this weekend. They haven't been really playing that strong again in the respawns, but both go to round 11. pretty much guaranteeing we would have had a run 11 Game 7, which would have been so epic. Coming off the winner's bracket final last night that went to that, if it happened again today for the first series of the morning, that would have been wild, man.
I'm excited for this next series. See how Epsilon comes out and plays. You know, Parasite and Agafen had big days yesterday.
Yeah.
If they play well, and you know they kind of counter the sub play of Attach, and Attach kind of plays subpar to how he was playing towards the end there, I think they have a pretty good shot.
Well, they lucked out big time because obviously what maps are played or what games are played on Saturday and Sunday kind of varies depending on the tournament breakdown, the bracket. They lucked out because if you go in the winner's bracket final and you lose in a Game 7 round 11 like that to Optic, if they had to play again last night, they're toast.
Yes. Oh, they're
no way they were taking a series.
They lose that series last night and then have to play again yesterday. They're out already.
Yeah, so it works out. I mean, I think it's great that they kind of got a reset. They have a night here. They have a nice reset. They're able to come in. But the question for me now is they were so strong, much stronger than we expected on Friday and Saturday. Do we get this same Epsilon team here on Sunday?
I guess I have prediction-wise, I would probably take FaZe in it because, they just played pretty strong series.
Up, right?
They're really raring to go, warmed up. I think Epsilon, it's tough, coming in after a late night last night to come here and just play your first game against a team that's already played a fairly long series. I think FaZe probably has the advantage in that one. I would be worried if FaZe makes to the finals play Optic because then they're starting to play a lot of matches.
But phenomenal stuff. What a great game we saw here in our first matchup of the day. Obviously, losers bracket finals coming up next. We're going to have a quick commercial break followed by an interview on the floor. Get ready for our next match.
guys, we are back live from the MLG.TV arena. It's Puckett here with Zuma. Zuma, another big win. You guys are now guaranteed top 3. What was it like playing Elevate here on the main stage to open up the day?
It was great. It was early in the morning. Everybody on Elevate's great friends of ours, so it was a fun match.
Now, the second game, probably the most exciting game for me of the series, major comeback on Skyrise. Talk me through the SND. How did you guys turn things around?
Basically just pulled out snipers. Personally, I think that map is terrible. I think it's like a really bad map, so we just kind of had to sit really high with snipers and try and get picks, because that's what it's all about, is getting picks, and then once you get the picks, it's a lot easier to win. So.
Now, as a caster, it's my favorite map. I love watching Skyrise. The sniper is one of the most exciting part about it, but as a player, what are some of the frustrations that you guys are experiencing?
On that map in particular, it's just there's so much to watch, and because of the jetpacks, like back in the day in MW2, it was a lot easy to play that map because you're on the ground and people can't get to places. But now in the first 10 seconds, you know, people are up high. There's snipers coming from every direction. You gotta, you know, spin in circles and stuff. So it's hard. It's a hard map to play.
You guys were looking pretty solid in your hard points. You struggled in the second search. How do you feel you guys are playing as a team right now? What's going well for you, and what do you need to work on if you want to take down Epsilon next?
I think we just need to play with a little bit more confidence. I think in the S&D, we were playing a little slow and letting them kind of control the game, where we should be controlling the game, you know, playing fast and just setting the pace, basically. And I think lately we've been communicating really well, so hopefully we keep that going.
Now, you started off the weekend. You had to play Epsilon. That was a 4-1. First major upset in my eyes. Well, I guess Elevate also was a big upset. But you lost Epsilon. Now you get a chance for redemption. Who do you need to shut down this time, man?
Shut down Royalty. The kid's been beasting up. I actually said on Twitter yesterday that he's proven a name this weekend. He's been playing really well. So I think we just need to shut him down. Him and Remy, you know, they're just hopping around in hills like a bunch of bunnies. So just try and shut them down.
It reminds me a little bit about you, Mr. Zuma, when you first broke out of the scene. Real quick mover. We going to see a Zuma Royalty battle?
Yeah, for sure. It should be a fun match.
And if we're looking at Faze, for the Faze fans at home, which players should they be looking out for on your squad?
Definitely Clay. Guy's a beast. He's been beasting right now, so hopefully he does well.
All right, well, you got a chance now to play for a spot in the championship match. You want to give me a prediction?
I think we're going to win 4-0.
4-0. Solid answer. Guys, that is Zuma. I'm going to let you go warm up, my friend. When we return, though, we'll be talking with Remy. And, of course, we'll give you the pre-match breakdown. Epsilon goes back against Faze for the second time in this tournament.